hello. Get in here, y'all. Listen, I don't watch the show. I'm still recovering, but it has pissed me off. I think it got my blood boiling or something. Somehow or another, my circulation seems to be moving slightly better, and I think it's due to the aggravation from this episode. So I'm gonna need y'all to come on in, get comfortable, hit the like button. Let's hit it and hold it. Let's hit it and hold it. Things have happened. These people have lost their minds. And you know it's a little bit of dragging that's got to go on tonight. Oh, yes. There's a little bit of dragging that has to go on tonight. So y'all hit the like button and come on in, please. Hit the like button and come on in, please. Also, as a side note, I got a little bit of gossip about y'all's new girl with her nastiness. And then she want to talk about families. I done heard a little dirt about her kin folks too. So we're going to talk about her family right along with this review. So y'all come on in and hit the like button. Hit it and hold it. Throw your like number in the chat. Let them know you in the house with your like button. Also hit your engagement button. The little circle with the emoji on the right-hand side at the bottom. Send up them bubbles. Let the people know y'all here. Please, please, please say hello to me in the chat. Okay, let me holler at y'all like y'all be hollering at me. Okay. Dialogue Sisters. Hey, sis. She is a YouTube member. She's a member, honey. She's a member of the royal family. Sis done put her crown on, and y'all know how we do around here. Make sure y'all give her a royal family welcome. Sis, you are welcome. We love you. Make sure that you send in your birthday and your Cash App info so we can celebrate you on time now. Please, please, and welcome. I want y'all to spam the chats with welcome for our good sis Dialogue Sisters. Y'all get in here. Oh, yes, honey. We got a review and we got gossip. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question. I'm going to give you a chance to pick and choose how it go. Now, do y'all want me to tell y'all what I know tonight? Or y'all want me to wait and tell y'all what I want to know in a separate live about what I just found out about Miss Neka and her family and the dirt? Because I heard some good dirt. And I heard a little bit of background information on her, too. Sure did. But I'll let y'all decide how y'all want to do this thing. Because we sure gonna dig into it. You may as well get comfortable and buckle up. Leah is here. Thank you for being like number one. Say she coming back when the live starts. So I sure hope you back, girl. Hey, Jackie, happy Sunday. She stopped in to say, hey, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, and I hope you feel better soon. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Debbie Garcia is here. Listen, you already know. You already know it's legal now. We can talk housewives. We got one of the Debbies in the house. Thank you for being like number 6. I appreciate you. Tracy Lashley in the house. Thank you for being like number 9, sis. Auntie Eva, we glad you made it. Thank you so much for being like number 7, and thanks for praying for me. I appreciate it. Catherine Bennett is here, y'all. Like number 12 in the house. Hey, boo. What up, Tammy Carter? That's my sis. I love you. I do. The beautiful and gorgeous Nisi Rose is in the house, and thank you for being like number 13. Y'all know this is our very own resident Ghanaian bombshell. One of the baddest chicks in this whole live, okay? Happy to be happy, girl. We happy you made it. I'm happy you number 14, too. Hey, Dana Brown. What's going down? Good to see you. Ooh, child. I'm so glad to see all of y'all. The beautiful Bianca Edwards is here, everybody. All right, star moderator. Yes, it's Housewives time. Listen, she telling y'all hit that like button. Do like the baby say. She telling you right. Hey, Lel. Listen, this is one of our most loyal corner members. She's staying in the corner right along with DS and the rest of them that can't behave themselves. Hey, God's anointed daughter, how you doing? Divatude in the house. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being like number 18. I appreciate you. I do. That's my Brandon. Hey, my love. How are you? It's so good to see you. It is. It is. It is. Look. Hold on. Ooh, what's going on? Wait a minute. Wait just a doggone minute. Okay, I was trying to do something. You like number 22? I appreciate that. I do. Y'all come in and get comfortable now. Get comfortable. Bianca, you number 15. I appreciate it. Yes, Dialogue Sisters. I love my sis. I love you. I do. I do. I do. Shani's in the house. Hey, Shani. What's going on? What's happening? All right. Hold on, y'all. Something is confusing me. It is. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. No, I just seen something that confused me. I did. Child, listen, the gossip has been bubbling over on this side today. When I drop this one here, y'all gonna be like, nah, Nitra, you better get out of them people business. But I'm in it now. Shani, I'm glad to see you, my love. Hey, cool gamer. My baby is here. Peanut is like number 24. Now, y'all hit the like button. Join her. Join her at the like button. Queen of Hearts KS, thank you for being like number 26. I appreciate you. The baby say hit the like button now. Hit it. Hey, what's going on, DS? It's good to see you. Happy Sunday. Oh, is this my girl, Kenya 330? Girl, where you been? What you been up to? It's so good to see you. Child, you know I'm gonna tell you everything about it. Hey DV, thank you for being like number 27. I appreciate you. Trina Taylor in the house. Hey girl, thank you for being here. You and Rochelle hit the button at the same time. Y'all both number 26. Thank you. Hey Trey Gaming Fish. I appreciate you. Thank you for being like number 33. That's what I'm talking about. Red Majestic Diva, this is my girl. Girl, what you been up to? Child, it's good to see. Listen, we finna review this show, and honey, I got some gossip for y'all. Trey Game and Fish say drop the gossip tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all pick. Okay, now I'm gonna get all the particulars, and I might come back with the expansion of it. But if y'all say drop, tell you what I found out tonight, then I'm gonna tell you because y'all know I be gossiping, honey. I will dig and find. I will dig and find, and honey, I have dug and I have found. You hear what I say? I have found. Thank you for being number 36, Red Majestic Diva. Hey, Dana Cutler, what's happening? Thank you for being number 38. Brandon say no time like the present. Ooh, Rochelle say tell it all. There go my sister Leslie. Hey sis, I love you. I'm glad you here. Dana Cutler, congratulations on your royal anniversary, hun. Congratulations on 23 months being part of the family. We love you. Yolanda Franklin, hey baby, that's right. Stay positive. Stay positive. Thank you for being like number 40. Appreciate you. Generous soul in the house. Thank you. Listen, I'm trying to fight back. Baby, this gossip perked me up. It really did. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna give it to you. Hey, Don D. Hey, Tay. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Y'all make sure y'all hitting that like button. Is that my Kai? Is that my Kai? Hey, gorgeous. How are you? I'm glad you made it. We missed you. All right. Hey, Tiffany J. What up, sis? Thank you for being 47. Don D. I got all these D's and Don D's. Thank you for being 46. Melanated energy. Energy. What's going on? Thank you so much for being like number 47. I appreciate it. Thank you for sending me love. I need all the love. Ian the Coy Junkie in the house. Thank you for being 48. Generous Soul, our beautiful sister, just put her crown on. Welcome to the royal family. Y'all make sure y'all welcoming our new sisters. Please and thank you. That is Dialogue Sisters and Generous Soul. Make sure that both of our sisters are welcomed appropriately. Y'all know how we do on the porch. I want to see the chat spam with welcomes, okay? Make sure we're doing that. Hey, Patricia Robinson, what's happening? Happy Sunday. We got our girl Akua in the house. Hey, sis. Thank you for being like number 56 all the way from Great Britain. I appreciate it. Patricia, thank you for being 51. What's happening? This my girl, Miss Gardner. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening. Happy Sunday. DS is here. Thank you for being number 28. I appreciate it. Listen, Nisa, y'all gonna gag. Y'all gonna gag. Listen, I'm just taking my time, making sure I don't miss nobody, because y'all know how I am about greeting folks. And I love y'all. Okay. But baby, This one right here, y'all are not gonna be mad about me telling this. I'm just letting you know. I know for a fact y'all are not gonna be mad about me telling this. Mm-mm. Oh no. Mm-mm. At all. It's your first live in months. I know. I miss you though. I be missing y'all when y'all not here to cut up with me. What up, Brown Style? Thank you for being number 60. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Let me check. Make my list and check it twice like Santa Claus, honey, just like Tamar ex-fiance. So now, and I see the welcomes in the chat. Thank y'all for welcoming all of our new sisters to the Royal family. I appreciate it. Quick disclaimer, as we do around here, Gaby is here. Hello, my love. Happy Sunday. Let me give y'all the quick disclaimers. First of all, if we disagree, what do? We agree to disagree respectfully because tongue and teeth fall out. Kin folks do not. No personal comments. We keep all our comments about the people on the screen, not about each other. When we leave here, we still family. Okay. Thank you for being like number 62. Also, hopefully your heart ain't set on no favorites because we don't have no favorites around here. Everybody can get it on the porch. Okay. We keep it funky. We keep it real. When you right, we got your back, and when you wrong, we on your neck. All right. Hey, little Mackie. All right. You on 10 from this episode? Mm-hmm. Baby, some of them glasses do need to be snatched. They nasty around here. They nasty around here. Mm-hmm. Akua, what you say, girl? Say, I'm not a member, but I'm always here trying to stay awake. 2:30 in the morning. Ooh, girl. Well, I'm glad you're here. Let me go ahead and give you the dirt. Let me go and give you the dirt. Leah say her teeth is soaking in the cup, y'all. All right, I understand. You dropped them little tablets in there? Did you drop them little tablets in there? I understand. Y'all know this is the grown porch. Yes, if you're gonna tell it, then you gotta tell it all. Yes. So let me tell y'all what I heard first. Ooh, child. And remember where you heard it. So look, I happen to have ran into somebody who said, and I checked out pretty much everything they said seems to track for now, and I'm trying to get the rest of it. But baby, listen. So I ran into somebody, hey SFF, happy Sunday, who went to high school over in Wisconsin with NECA. Now I was a little shocked because I said, wait a minute. And why she saying LA? She said LA, but the people saying she actually went to high school in Wisconsin. So I said, well, maybe they moved. Maybe that's what happened. Hey, Forever 21, thank you for being number 63. So the people is saying that she had a little history of being slightly darker than she was, and she got her bleach on. And they say before that Miss Thang was running around wearing foundation that didn't quite match, trying to lighten up her skin and whatnot. And I said, okay, ain't no big shock there. Wendy did that too. Y'all know Wendy's whole first season on RHOP, her face looked like she had just busted a bunch of terracotta flower pots and just rubbed the dust on the face. Y'all remember? Y'all know I don't spare nobody. When it's right, it's right. When it ain't, it ain't. Okay? Now, let's keep it real. Hey, Destiny. So it kept going. Thank you for being number 69. So then the dirt kept going. So they say, that the sister, wait, let me Angie. I think they say the sister named Angie. Now they say Angie supposed to be real cool or whatever, and Angie don't act like her. But that ain't the worst. Now the worst part is since she want to talk about families and whatnot. Well, the people over there in, let me make sure I'm saying it right, Beloit, Wisconsin, is talking real bad about her family, and let me tell you why. So the word on the street, now I don't know how true this is. I'm trying to get all the particulars. I'll be back when I get it right. They saying that she got a brother by the name of Ezubike. But this Negro wants to be a rapper. He calling himself King Zuby. I say, that's tacky. Then they say he went and got a baby with this girl. I ain't gonna tell y'all the girl name till I talk to her and see what she got to say, or whether she want us to know everything about it or whatever. But the baby mama, American girl, he got a baby with her, didn't marry her, and they say that the whole family is disown the disown the baby slash grandbaby and don't do nothing to help the child whatsoever. And from my understanding, this girl had to go ahead and move on and end up marrying somebody else, and currently lives in Louisiana. So I say, oh, your family is sordid and messy. So Sordid and messy. I say, oh, let me find out y'all got this kind of trash going on. Look, Ezubike out here making illegitimate children and y'all family not looking after the baby. You mean to tell me that y'all didn't have him to marry this girl and y'all got a whole baby outside? The baby's not being raised in the family? What kind of trouble is this? Tacky, tacky, tacky. Hey, Carrie Amoneke, how you doing, sis? Uh-huh. That's what I just got today, y'all. I'm trying to get all the particulars. I just want to have a little, a little quick back and forth with the baby mama, find out what I can say and what I can't say. Mm-hmm. But I can tell you her initials is JB. I will say that, but I ain't gonna say her whole name, her government and all that until I get permission from her to see what I can say or what I can't say. But I'm gonna let her know, girl, I'm gonna say something. So it'd be better if you could just tell me what I got permission to say, and then I will say what I have permission to say. But that is the current word on the curb. Hey, Alfredo, child, Frida. Stuff is going down. Stuff is going down. So first we find out that the people over there at University of Maryland is saying that her husband is buying coochie from the undergrads over there at University of Maryland. Not a word on the street is that your family done disowned a whole baby. Your brother Ezubike is trying to be a rapper and making illegitimate children. And from what I'm hearing, that little town of Beloit, Wisconsin is a small town, and everybody know y'all business, and everybody talking about y'all too. That's what they say. That's what they say. Yeah. So y'all give me a minute to try to see if I can hook up with the baby mama and ask her what I have permission to say, because I don't want to disrespect nobody, because I got the baby name and everything. Oh yes, Nitra does. But I want to wait and see what I got permission to say, because I want to be respectful, especially when it comes to people churn, because y'all know can't nobody say one of my churn eyes too brown, baby, because I'm ready to fight, scratch, shoot, cut, break bottles on the curb and everything. So I want to be respectful. So y'all give me a chance to talk to baby mama and find out what I got permission to say. And then I'm going to say everything. I'm going to unload the clip, honey. Yes, Niecy, this is something. Little Miss Necka. Baby, you need to, what's the song by the Williams Brothers? Sweep around your own front door. Oh, girl. Carrie. Yes. See, Maze, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. Messy. Yes, it's giving real ratchet. Real ratchet. I say, wow, and you could sit up and call people mama a witch. No wonder she don't have a problem calling somebody's mama a witch. You got a whole nephew out here that you don't check on. You don't see nothing about the nephew, your whole family. You know, these uppity high class folks, y'all so highfalutin. Y'all so, so classy. But y'all got a whole illegitimate spawn roaming around the world with his mama's last name, because little Ezubike didn't take responsibility for the child that he created. Now, ain't that nothing? I just thought y'all might want to know that. Yeah, this is about Necka. This is about Necka. Sure is. Hey, Cheryl, I just thought y'all might want to know. We're going to go and review the show. But, baby, that thing was hot. It was hot. It was in the back of my throat. I had to go and spit that out. Destiny say that's awful and unfortunate. This tea is hot with a little lemon squeeze. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Auntie Eva, of course I got the names. Yes, that is Ezubike's child. Yes, it is. And he ain't got his daddy last name because the daddy didn't see about the child. And the whole family has disowned that little baby. And everybody over in Beloit, Wisconsin is talking all about it. Everybody got something to say about it. They sure talking about him real bad. The whole family. The only one I'm hearing is decent is Angie, the sister named Angie. That's the only one I ain't heard nothing bad about is Angie. DS say how dreadful. Yes, that's what's being said. I don't want to show no inboxes yet. I just want to talk to the baby mama first. Carrie say, what was with the switch up from last week to this week? Child, that hell for phony as hell. I'm telling y'all, she ain't got no morals. The whole family is devoid of moral fiber. Just no morals in the whole crew. That's why she was comfortable doing the stuff she did. Kai said, I heard Necka is terrified by how people will react to how she carried on this season. Child, she need to be terrified by the fact that she got a whole nephew out there that her mama and the dad and the rest of them ain't catering for. That's what she need to be terrified about instead of worrying about what we see on this screen with her deplorable behavior. Girl, why y'all not looking after that baby? Why y'all not looking after that baby? Even if your brother was derelict and trashy and created a whole illegitimate baby and did not do the right thing and properly married that girl so that he could claim the child, why didn't the rest of y'all step in and look after that baby? Now that's what I'm terrified about that. I'm terrified. Absolutely horrified. Niecy Rose said, I hope Nanka's ready for what she signed up for. I hope she ready too. Because every piece of dirt that come across me about her, I'm checking it out. I'm going to check it twice and make sure it's right. And I'm going to tell y'all everything I heard. Girl, I wonder if it's coming to the reunion, but I'm going to show, throw them, let them inboxes fly just to show us out here from the baby mama. Dead beat the trick in my savior today. What? What happened? What happened to the savior? What happened to the Lord? Yeah, she want to be accepted that bad. She do. So let's get to this review, y'all. I done told you what I heard that I can say. That's the part I can say for now. That's the part that I can say for now. When I get to the part that I can say later, then I will, say it later. I will say it later. Okay. But till then, that's what I got. So that's what y'all got. That's what I got. So that's what y'all got. Yeah, I'm checking the dirt twice, Kai. Absolutely. You can't just be dropping dirt on folks and you ain't checked it. Destiny says she ready in her Tevin Campbell voice. So y'all, let's get into this review. Y'all say a prayer for little SBK, honey. Because if his baby mama say that I could say what I want to say, honey, he gonna need prayer for real. Maybe we can get Mama Wendy to pray for him after we get through. Okay, so let's talk about this episode, shall we? Gather around. So they started off where they left off with Ashley and Wendy with that uncomfortable Osu conversation. I was so uncomfortable about that. It was uncomfortable last week. It was even more cringeworthy this week. Like when things are uncomfortable like that, like I hate to have to watch those clips or any of it ever again. It was disgusting. So then we get to the table with Mia telling Robert that she want to be supportive of her and trying to allude to the mess with Juan and his wandering around. He's a wanderer, spelled with a J. And so Roberto talking about, oh, I'm not running for anything. And, then she brings up the talk that she had with Team B, with Giselle and Big Reese and them over at Giselle's house in the jungle gym out there in the obstacle course. And the fact that she tries to reiterate about, Giselle was worried about optics, and Giselle, every time she tried to talk to like clarify, no, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was XYZ. Robert just kept talking over her. Like, nope, I done talked to Juan. Juan told me what I think. So I'm back here to tell you what I think. Because I was trying to figure out where was all this energy. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Now, thumbs up this video, share the video. Somebody else might want to talk about this too now. So, okay, Queen of Hearts, people bleach. Like, I don't bleach. I think it's crazy to bleach, but they be bleaching. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't about that. I'm not going to talk about no old lady like that. Like, she bleached. Like, we can see that Mama Wendy done probably got into the bleach. It looks that way. But anyway, back to this hymn. So she kept talking over Giselle. She wouldn't let her say nothing. But the whole time she was out there in that obstacle course in Giselle yard, them ladies was talking to her. She didn't have none of that energy. Y'all recall that, right? We all watched the same thing on the TV. Robert didn't have none of that energy out there with them ladies. She was sitting up there with her neck stiff and her backboard stiff and that god awful spandex jersey knit blend ruched dress, just like she showed up to this party in another spandex jersey knit ruched dress, looking a mess. I'm like, girl, was them things 2 for $1? Why did you have on 2 of them ugly spandex ruched numbers back to back? If she shows up in just one more, I might close out the whole goddamn season. I've had enough of the spandex ruching. It looks like somebody need to close rainbow dots or city trends. I don't know which one of them did it, but enough is enough. Okay, enough is enough with that. But I digress. So she had none of that energy then, but now she's all extra snazzy. Oh, I don't care about the optics. I'm not gonna tell him he can't do stuff that I already know about. Girl, shut up. Shut up. You in here trying to justify the fact that that ain't no real relationship. That man really don't do you like that. You trying to push it. Now all of a sudden we seeing so much of one. Oh, so now since he ain't got no job and the other women apparently don't want him because the money gone, now he can film a scene with you here and there. Isn't that interesting? Look like next week gonna actually show up to one of the goddamn events. I say, well, I be John Brown. Look at one. Look at one. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nisa say Juan was doing what Robert was doing, what Juan does with her. Exactly. It's like she go talk to him, repeat what people says, and then she come back. She comes back to the group to try to tell them, okay, like this is what Juan says that we care about. This is what Juan says that we think. And so now I'm going to give you the same energy he gave me. I'm going to deliver it to you like he delivered it to me. And that's what she did. Because when she was talking to them girls and she didn't go back to get Juan's feedback on whether he was going to actually care that she was embarrassed, and he let her know he didn't give a darn, she had to go back to tell them, well, we don't care. We don't care about the optics. Girl, yes, you do. That's why you mad. Y'all, please hit the like button. There go my niece. Hey, Couture Bay, what's happening, boo? Child, you missed it. We had a little gossip, a little quick gossip session before we got going, but I have to call you later. I'll fill you in, girl. I'll fill you in. So listen. So anyway, she kept talking over her, and she talking about people is so obsessed, people so concerned with my boring life. Girl, we concerned because you on TV. Your life is boring, and you could keep your boring life to yourself if you would stay off TV. But since you on TV and you don't mind throwing other people's husbands in the way, people husbands who really ain't even doing nothing to you and nobody else, you throwing them in the mix, helping people lie on folks' husbands and stuff. Girl, we finna talk about what your man is actually doing. And it was real interesting, but we'll get to that. I'm gonna shut up. Y'all know I get ahead of myself. Let me stay in my place. So anyway, so then after that, Giselle then jumps in to tell her, well, I told Karen she owe you an apology. And Karen say, well, you owe her one. And so her and Karen decide they was finna go talk. So then Ashley and Wendy come back to the table with the girls, and Karen and Robert leaves. Okay. So when they in there to talk or whatever, Karen and Robert, that is, Karen is like, things went extreme. We ain't never really been friends like that, but things went extremely left last season. And of course, production showed the playback of Karen telling her about the blonde chick in Georgetown, and about Robert claiming that she got pictures of Karen with a man in Redskins gear on. Then come to find out it wasn't Karen's face. We don't know who the man was. We don't even know if that was Karen, but at the time she wanted to act like she was dropping a bomb. You drop nothing. You drop nothing. You run around trying to blast people with stuff, spreading rumors, coming with garbage. Then when somebody talk about what's being said about you, and that man that up until recently wasn't even staying in your house, you want to cry and talk about people just so worried about your life, where you need to stop worrying about other people's lives, period, Robert. And so anyway, that happened. And so what happened after that was they was basically like, look, well, not they, Karen said straight up, well, let me just ask you straight up, are y'all legally married or whatever? She said, yes. Robert, we need to see the certificate, or as the old people would say, the certificate. We gonna need to see that, Robert, because we don't believe, a lot of us don't believe you, honey. We don't, because people have looked for your marriage license and it ain't nowhere. It ain't nowhere. So we gonna need you to come on, Robert, and show us some paperwork, because I really don't believe you, baby. I don't. Me don't. But she says she legally married. So Karen was like, well, look, let's just leave it at this. Facts. We won't talk about rumors. And she said, well, that's fine. That's fine. But you the one always bringing rumors, Robert. It's you. Yes, Yolanda, she could dish it all day and can't take it. You know why? Because she dish a bunch of lies, and when people hit her with what's being said, and it really hurt, it really, cut her to the quick and hurt her feelings, then she go to crying and hollering like a scalded dog. You did this to yourself, baby. You did. You did. Big pitiful self. Then they had their back and forth about who started it. So now simultaneously, y'all, out there at the table, baby, that table was hot. That table was hot. They could have sold tickets to that table. Got darn Wendy Osefo. They got darn Wendy. Hey, Wendy done won me over. Wendy done won me over. She did. So Ashley went to mentioning like, oh, I heard you about to do a show or whatever. So she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a show. And some of them, y'all know I have a history in doing commentary and blase squaze, and a lot of the bigger, networks, they kind of shy away from controversial issues and just having a regular conversation. And everybody got real shady, started making faces, including Ashley with her big forehead self, sitting up there looking like Worf from Star Trek. But I digress. Okay, I digress. Honey, that table was hot, Niecy. It was hot over there. So after they got, shadily quiet and being goofy, and then Big Reed's like, well, everything ain't for everybody. And Wendy was like, yeah, I vibrate higher. So she shaded them right back. And it's so cute how they keep trying to gaslight the black girl. Like, we're going to be shady and nasty with you. And when you serve it back, we're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe she, gave us that energy. That's the energy y'all whores gave her, sitting up there looking a mess in order. They was looking a mess in alphabetical order, baby. You could have filed them hookers in the card catalog. It was a mess from top to bottom, A to goddamn Z. Naka had on a cute outfit, but that wig looked like it had just got through cleaning a 12-bedroom mansion. It was a mess. But either way, let me digress. So she shaded them back. You know what I'm saying? And then Sharice was like, oh my God, was that shade? She's like, I don't know what you mean. I was just drinking my water. And that's so true. Ashley brought her into the conversation. She responded, y'all acted funny. And so she said, emptied the clip. Nice and easy. Slight work. Miss Thing didn't even break a sweat how she shot that thing back. I say, God almighty, baby. It was a thing of beauty. D Marie said, instead of congratulating her, no, they weren't gonna congratulate. That was them like, she's gonna have a talk show. That's exactly what they was trying to do. You say housewives maturity. She brought maturity. She did. That was that nice, calm, easy, please pass the salt shade. DV say not Worf. Yes, Worf. Straight up Worf. Brandon Martin say, after talking with Karen, Robert said in her confessional, the moral of the story is we don't talk about each other. What? Karen didn't say that. Karen said we'll only tell the truth about her. That's exactly what Karen said. What it is Robert better watch her mouth, because if you come that way, Karen gonna cut you off at the knees like she always do, and then you're gonna cry. Okay? Just chill out, Jake from State Farm. Just relax. If you leave Karen alone, you're gonna make it. I say the same thing about Mia. So let's talk about Mia. Girl, she gathered the trash so eloquently. Oh, she did it so eloquently. Yes, she did. So look. Okay, so boom. So anywho, they sitting at the table after that happened, and she was like, child, I was just drinking my drink, So Mia jumps in it. Mind you, Mia, ain't nobody called your name. Wendy ain't looked at you. She ain't addressed you. Baby, she didn't even greet you when she came in the room at all. Well, she already told me she don't F with me. And so Wendy was like, why would I? You literally threw a drink on me. You literally threw a drink on me. And then Nika tries to interject like, I hate to play the lawyer card, but girl, shut up. You ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't care why them whores brought you in there. You sit over there, get you a pair of tweezers, and begin to pluck the part of that wig, because it's sitting up there like a whole hump, like you hiding hot dogs under either side of that part. Okay? Get you a pair of tweezers and your best compact and get to plucking. That's what I need you to do when grown folks talking. Okay? All right. But anyway, so she tried to jump in. It wasn't working. And so Wendy pointed out, like, girl, it ain't even just the drinks. After we wrap for the season, you started making nasty comments on social media. So she pointed out all the stuff she was doing on the social medias and everything. So Mia was like, well, you can't talk about women's empowerment. Girl, we didn't hear her say nothing about no women's empowerment. You pulling up arguments that ain't nobody even making. Talking about some, why not uplift me, Wendy? She was like, girl, can't nobody uplift you. You too low down. You too slow. And I said, yes, ma'am. 10 points for the doctor. 10 points for the doctor. Hey, Miss Sparkle, y'all, it's our resident Mary Kay lady. Tickle me. Tickle me. Diva Tube say Mia is so envious of Wendy. It's all over her face. I mean, if you was a couch surfing Yeti, wouldn't you be envious of the pretty black girl who's a PhD? I guess I would too. Yolanda say Mia had the nerve to be bothered after she assaulted Wendy last. Yeah, you assaulted her and then went on social media verbally attacking her. Child, bye. Absolutely not. So she put that down. And so she was like, well, if you vibrate so high, why are you so quick to call somebody slow? She said, because you're slow. That tickled me. She is slow. She is slow. She is super slow. Super slow. So then Mia's in her confession like, oh, she make those nasty statements to make herself feel better. No, she made a nasty statement about you because you came in here with the gaslight and the bull crap. You physically assaulted that woman, and then you went on social media being nasty, taking shots and continuing to insult. You never apologized for committing the assault, and you were never even penalized for it by the people that y'all work for. Girl, go to the nearest hell. That's what we're gonna need you to do. And Wendy went ahead and cleared it all the way up. Because Miss Thing said, child, can we elevate this conversation? I said, there we go. Because Mia, you are at the bottom. I don't blame Wendy. If I was talking to you, I would need the conversation elevated too. So then we get to Neka and Robert talking, and she's like, well, how do you feel with all this stuff going on? And girl, shut up. Why are you asking her that? What you know? And so Robert talking about she feel like it's a pile on, and production is a mess, because then that Deborah girl, the one that looked like George Foreman, walked by, and they went to playing serial killer music. The Lord, I say, y'all crazy. So that was a dry conversation. Wasn't much to really report on that. Then they had it on inside by this point, everybody but Robert and Neka. Brandon say Wendy definitely pushed the button with that slow comment. Who's slower, Mia or Sheree? Now, how Sheree get in this? Y'all is crazy. Y'all crazy. But listen, so Wendy made sure to invite Ashley to the baby's their first Holy Communion. You know, that's the Catholic thing. And I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do their thing. So I can truly dig it. So she invited her to the communion. She had already invited Karen and Candace already, but she hadn't had a chance to invite Ashley. So she went on and invited her. Mind you, what tickled me was she invited Ashley. Me over there making faces. Mia, did you think this girl was going to invite you around her family with your nasty self? With your nasty self, you assaulted this woman, and you thought she was going to have you around her children? And what was funny was Robert trying to make it about her. I hope this wasn't get back because I didn't invite her to the family fun day. Girl, didn't nobody want to be out there in that hot sun, sweaty, getting musky, and you had them tablecloths from Dollar Tree, them little plastic tablecloths, and that cold food and them 50-cent pans. You didn't even have chafing dishes or nothing. It wasn't catered. Everybody was out there getting musky, and y'all had the nerve to bring Big Reese out there, and Karen left so quick. It was like she never showed up. Hey, Clyde, what's up, cuz? The idea that Robert thought that was about her, girl, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. She invited who she wanted to invite. That's what she saw. She invited her. That's the way I see it. Okay? So Ashley closes out the party and like, okay, well, it was good having y'all or whatever. And child, Robert was still sitting up there making faces. I'm like, what you making faces for? In the words of Lil' Kim, sitting up making faces like Ace Ventura. Girl, if you don't get up out of here. Get up out of here. Talking about that made it easier on us. It was easy anyway. You not invited. You don't like her. You don't like her children, her man, and nothing else. Why would she invite you whores to her baby's first Holy Communion? Get up out of here. You still telling lies about who you married to, Robert. We need facts. Okay? So then they did the little quick clips. We get Candace talking about the tour. Robert and Juan walking, and it was a dead snake out there. Still no chemistry whatsoever. I was like, that was a waste of tape. Then you got Giselle and her baby shopping for college. They talking about parties, and she gonna show her some ugly dress for prom. They still got Grace in the confessionals. I said, okay, I guess that's what we doing now. Say her daddy coming to see her off for prom. Not sure why we needed that, but I said, okay, that's cool. You know, I like the children. Giselle is actually halfway decent around her children. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay. Okay. Um Oh my gosh, Destiny is killing me in this chat, y'all. Destiny say family fun day, half of them would have been set ablaze if they set foot in that church. Girl would have sparked up like waka flocka flame. Soon as they step foot in there. Heathens, all of them. So then we get the cute family moment with Wendy, Eddie, and the children. I swear that's one of the cutest families that they've ever shown on Bravo. They just look so cute together. It's adorable. They talking about the baby's first communion, the boys. Anyway, Wendy showed the pic from her first communion. Child, she's super Catholic. I say, Lord, look at this picture. It was definitely a throwback. It was a real throwback. Had her little white gloves on and everything. And I said, this is adorable. I thought it was adorable. I'm like, boy, this is when kids still look like kids. Now these kids got lace fronts on better than the grown people. All type of stuff. It was crazy. It was crazy. So that happened. that happened. And so then she's teaching them about, taking communion or whatever, and they done decided they're gonna wear yellow. She said she wearing white, and the babies was playing back with their mama. I thought it was just too cute. It was so cute. It was adorable. So then they was up there practicing with them, like, this is what y'all do. Eddie crazy behind pretending to be the preacher, talking about in his happy Eddie shirt, talking about he giving them the happy gospel and playing with them babies. I thought it was adorable. But let me tell you what I found out that I didn't know. So I didn't know before the night that Wendy said her daddy was a preacher, but he wasn't Catholic. So he Protestant. He might have been Mountain of Fire or Pentecostal or whatever, Holiness Church, however you call it, whatever. But he wasn't Catholic or whatever. She claimed that has something to do with her parents getting a divorce. That kind of stuff does happen. People, when they be real deep in their religion and one of them is extremely Catholic and one of them is extremely Protestant, it can happen. So she said that actually had something to do. All right, that's right, Bianca. Tell them now, hit that engagement button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and help me out. That's how y'all help me now. Cheryl say Robert is bitter, messy, and jealous of Wendy. Yup. She's trying to stay relevant, but it's not working for her good at all. But y'all, please send them bubbles up, hit that like button, share the video if somebody want to review with us now. Okay. Shannon say that Happy Eddie sweatshirt is everything. It was. Boy, that Happy Eddie is lit. Hey, Ufon Mom. Say her dad was probably Anglican. That's true. That's what I was saying. Thank you. Listen. Okay, Ufoma know what I'm saying. So you're right. He could have been Anglican, Mountain of Fire, or Redeemed. He could have been Redeemed. That's RCCG, y'all. He could be Redeemed Church or he could be MFM. But let me tell you something. All jokes aside, when I got in trouble real bad and I needed to get straight, it was a pastor over at the Redeemed Church that prayed over me. Baby. When I tell you deliverance was like immediate. If you get in trouble, go find a Redeemed Church or Mountain of Fire. That's all I'm going to tell you. Thank me later. Hey, Michelle Charisse said NECA is trying to get in Rob Good Grace. Rob is the biggest snake. The biggest one. She gonna be the first one to cut her right after Ashley. Couture Bay said, I like Wendy is becoming more likable. Child, Wendy been slowly winning me over a little bit by a little bit. She really has. But listen, y'all. So they did that or whatever. And then after they finished practicing with the kids, right? So then they sit down talking, her and Eddie, Wendy and Eddie. And she told him about the housewoman or whatever, that Osu lies or whatever that Ashley told on this girl. And then Eddie was like, yo, that's a red flag. I don't know if you should want to get to know her. And even though what Ashley said about the girl, she lied on her, she definitely don't want to get to know her. And when you see her and Eddie talking, it don't seem like they got no history with this chick. Like, this girl is really trying it. She really is. So then let's get to Mia and Karen, y'all. So Karen gets to Mia's house with her children to the, condo, penthouse, whatever it is. And it does look nice. I'm going to give her that. Karen stopped by. Karen's still really not for hugging this girl, which is funny to me. Karen is still not with hugging on Mia at all. She's not for it. Karen was like, "Oh, your place is nice. It's beautiful." You know, she wasn't being nasty or nothing. Mind you, just rewind last week. Mia walks in Ashley's whole house and starts saying rude, shady stuff. Like, girl, you done had to slide all the way back to 1,500 square feet, and you talking trash about this girl house, talking about where's the water, girl? Where's the rest of your goddamn house? But that's neither here nor there. When Karen showed up, Karen's being gracious, like, man, your house is beautiful. I ain't saying nothing nasty either way. I say, now that's how you be a lady. Like, that's how to be a lady. You congratulate women. You don't just do that. That was so dirty. I don't even like Ashley. And I felt like what Mia did in that situation was very nasty. It really kind of like stuck in my craw just a tad. Destiny said, I think she's numb and a little dumb, but Giselle ain't her friend, and I think we'll see that soon. Robert hanging on by a thread. You darn right, because if Robert can't stay on that show, Giselle probably ain't gonna deal with her no more. Hey, S! Y'all don't know S. S don't be in the chat that much. Child. S be really having my back. S will send me a super thanks on a video from 3 days prior, and I get a notification. I'm like, boy, S really showed me love. I love you back. Say these people are making sport of West African culture. Yes, and I don't like it, but would never dare to do that to another religion that rhymes with brew. Ooh, whew. You better say it again. And S, that's another reason why I love you, because you show keep it real. You show keep it real. Yes, and I did notice that, and that was the next thing I was gonna mention. When Gordon popped in, Karen happily gave Gordon a hug, happily, but she was not really with hugging Mia at all. Nisa said, I laughed so hard when Mia's kids ran and hugged Karen and left Mia. Yes, they ran to hug the nice sweet lady and said, Mama, move to the side a little bit. Move it to the side. Hey, the divine Miss M, thank you for being like number 98. Deborah Randall is in the house, y'all. The second Deb has hit. I don't even mind if you're late, baby. I'm glad you're here. Okay. Yolanda say Mia used her son to justify her issue with Dr. Wendy to keep from taking accountability for assaulting last season. Oh, that ain't all. That ain't all. And you know I'm going to get to it. Yes, I know. But I love you so much. Like, you brighten up my day. When I see little stuff pop in from you, comments, likes, any of that stuff, I'll be like, that's my girl. Couture Bay say Giselle has to make sure her job is secure. Robert is dumb. Okay, because after she got all that criticism for helping to push narratives and stuff and hide stuff for her, she was not finna take her side at all. She was like, girl, we got to talk about it, to save you and me. Okay, my good sis on the phone say, Mia need to be off TV. It's over. She sure do. So let's get on into that conversation between Mia and Karen, y'all. So they sitting up there talking, and Karen mentions about the tension with Wendy and them over at the party. And so Mia gonna ask Karen, well, you miss etiquette. What did you think about that? She said, well, I felt like it might have been a slight to Robin, but Robin slighted her first last year. And so then Mia talking about, that's why I can't move forward with Wendy. I say, hold it right there, hooker. Wendy don't want to move forward with you. If Wendy would give you time of day right now, you would jump through a ring of fire and dance in fire ants to be her friend. You know she don't do you. Hey, Gossip News. What's up, nephew? You ready to drag them? You in the right place. You are. Cheryl said, yes, indeed. I know Mia felt some type of way. Clearly, honey, everybody around you was decent, but you. Hey, Stoner Gaming, thank you for being like 100. So she talking about something. I can't move forward. That's the reason I can't move forward with her, because my son Jeremiah has an IEP and a speech delay, and I've heard kids call him slow, and he has a speech and something, and I'm like, girl, shut up. And I was so happy Karen checked her like, girl, Wendy's a compassionate person when she know about stuff. Wendy don't know nothing about your son. Try again. See, this right here, let me talk about this. Can I talk about this for a minute, right? First of all, right? She pulled that crap with Candace. Talking about, because she said your mama's low budget. Oh, if my mom relapses and then it's gonna be something and we go, girl, stop trying to play the sympathy card. See, people fell for that crap the first time. You look couch surfer, you flea flicker. I didn't fall for it then. It was bull crap and sympathy then. Now here you go with the bull crap because Wendy dragged you by them craters and pits in your face. Okay, look like somebody been mining for salt and cobalt in the mines on your face. So she drug you by your gargantuan pores. So now you trying to pull the sympathy card. Well, my son has IEP and he has a speech delay. What the hell they got to do with Wendy? Wendy don't know your child. She talking about you, hooker. You slow. You're a slow prostitute. That's what you are. You're a slow prostitute. That ain't got nothing to do with Wendy, but she was sure trying to get the sympathy, honey. She was trying. And Karen was like, no, not happening. She's like, that girl don't know nothing about your child. She compassionate when she know about stuff. She don't know your child. She don't know nothing about that. And Mia talking about something. Oh, yeah, there you go. You hump the fence. Karen say, no, I don't hump the fence. I am the fence. Y'all hump me. I say, oh, okay, now it's starting to understand. I'm starting to understand that little tagline that Karen used, because I was real confused why she the fence and people riding her. Okay, so that was in response to Mia telling her she humping the fence. No, what it is, y'all want her, y'all basically be needing her to take y'all side to ice people out. And it ain't working. Diva 2 says she thinks it'll work again. Yeah, she hoping, but it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Brandon said, what's with all the lies tonight? Mia out of thin air dragged her own son into something that don't involve him. Wendy was talking about you, Mia. Say it again, Brandon. Say it again. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so tired of her with this sympathy stuff. Girl, you such a loser. Destiny say, I'm a special education teacher and she's disgusting for throwing her own son into BS. Yes, ma'am. Please spell it wrong next time. But yes, speech delay is different from being on the spectrum. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mia is slower than a snail. Baby, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'll stop you when you're wrong. Yolanda say Mia need to be dragged for using her son to have beef with Dr. Wendy. She sure should. Sure should. Stoner Gamer said, I had an IEP and graduated top of my class and college for computer science. All right, baby, you better give it to him. Mia can go somewhere and sit down. She need to. She need to. I know, boo. I know you had forgot. You meant that when you typed it. You meant that. It came out of your spirit. So I understand. It came out so quick. Mm-hmm. Okay, gossip news. And so is my goddaughter. I really didn't like her doing that either. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want to go there. But yeah, I didn't like that. Diva 2 say I'd never do that to my child. Poor excuse for a mother. She's trash. That I told y'all she's a slow prostitute. That's a nasty little couch surfing yeti. Hey, Miss Weedy Pooh, thank you for being number 106 vet. You hit it at the same time. I can dig it. I can dig it. Yes, Mia is completely embarrassing. Completely embarrassing. Lord, my friends say maybe the steakhouse bikini gown bar will take her back. Oh my God, steakhouse bikini gown bar? Help, Lord. Okay. Yes, that's what happened. That's what happened, honey. Oh, yes. So she tried it. She tried it. So then we get to Wendy and Candace. They out and she waiting for her friend Kiana, but she spells it Kiarna, but it's Kiana. She pretty. I say, ew. Okay, girl. And her wig was right. It ain't have no big old humps in it or nothing. And she pretty. Her complexion is nice. I said, okay, she got a shape. She shaped up nice. Okay. She got the med spa. She the owner. Wendy say this a real boss. Yes, not just some crazy girl who supposed to be the director of marketing, claiming to be a CEO, putting on cheap, ill-fitting jackets, talking about I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. This girl actually is the owner. Can't nobody put her out of her business because it's actually hers. I said, oh, Kiana, be still my heart. Lel said, and she offers too much information. Your son ain't asked you to tell us that at all. At all. Divine Miss M say it's annoying. NECA gonna spend the whole season dropping names of designers. Ooh, child. That's so sad. That's so sad and tacky. Oh, yes, that's the friend. That is the friend. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, hun. Yes, it is. I know that's right. Mia can eat all the dust with hot sauce over there with the steak and the lobsters at the Scripper Club. Yes, she can. So they up there talking, child. Miss Kiana walks in looking correct, looking 100% correct. I mean, she was 100, honey. I said, all right. Miss Ma'am. Now let me ask y'all this. I don't understand them cocktails. You know, I'm old school. I ain't never heard of no black swans, no PWAs, no smoking mirrors. I say, I had to write down notes on these because I ain't never heard of it. I ain't never heard of none of that. I was intrigued. I would drink one. Y'all know I'm a good old daiquiri and margarita girl, but I say I'll drink one if somebody get me one. But I had never heard of none of them cocktails, and I just had to mention that. I had to just mention that because I felt left out. I definitely felt left out. Yeah, she very pretty and classy. Very pretty, very classy. I said, oh my. So then she said, they say she from Baltimore. I said, well, that explains a lot. That's why Sesame Street didn't stand a chance. Now, y'all remember I played that fight video, and it was so oh my God, it was wonderful. It was everything. That fight video was everything, honey. When Candace, not Candace, when Ashley other friend jumped in and tried and pulled that lady to the ground, they basically tried to sneak and jump this lady because she, stopped her from throwing stuff at Candace. And, the one that the Deborah, the one that looked like a man, that looked like the Geico caveman, stopped her from throwing stuff at Candace, and they ended up tussling. And then Ashley other friend tried to jump in it and pull her to the ground. I told y'all then, when that girl fell down and she took Sesame Street down with her, I said, oh, that girl done been in a brawler too. Y'all remember I said that. I said, this girl, she looked pretty. I could tell that. Hey, Maybelline, thank you for being 113. I said, now she looked pretty. However, this girl done been in a fight or two. She ain't no rookie. And then she said she from Baltimore. I say, oh, I done told y'all about them Baltimore girls. If it's any Baltimore girls up in here, I salute y'all. Y'all girls ain't no joke. Y'all ain't no joke. Now I'm from Central Florida, and we gets down. Real girls get down on the floor. Now we get down, but Baltimore, I have to take my hat off to y'all. Them Baltimore girls will get down on it. They will get down on it. When she said she was from Baltimore, I said, oh, that's why. Niecy, I said that. I told you. I told y'all. I said that girl ain't no goddamn rookie. I said this heifer done been in a brawler too. Now I don't know who she is, but she done been in a brawler too. Honey, Miss Mama said she was from Baltimore. I said, enough said. Enough said. They better leave them girls alone. Gossip News say the Black Swan is the Russian standard vodka, 5 blackberries, and 3 ounces of lemonade. Ooh, now I want one. Now I want one. Don D say her character shows first her mom, now her children. Didn't she use G too? Just low down. Yes, she did. Last season after she attacked Wendy, she tried to use G. Now this season she gonna use her baby. Child, me is trash. Say you gotta muddle the 4 blackberries in the bottom of a tumbler, add the ice, then the Russian standard vodka and lemonade garnished with remaining blackberry. Oh, I want a black swan. Oh, I can't wait to go somewhere. I need a black swan. Yolanda say, I'm a DC girl. Okay. Listen, let me tell you something. I have a healthy respect for them Baltimore girls. A healthy respect. You hear what I tell you? I don't listen. My hat is off to you girls. Yes, it is. Trey Gaming Fish say, I'm from Baltimore and I approve this message. I listen. My hand is at my brow. I'm saluting y'all this minute. Y'all ain't no joke, and y'all have my respect and love. I love a girl that can go and get down. Hey, Jenna Harris, thank you for being 115, boo. Thank you. Hey, Barbara Parker. How are you? How are you? Thank you for. Oh, it gave you 227 like Mary them and Sandra. Okay, I know you in UK, but I'm glad you're here. Yes, girl, that black swan sound like my kind of drink, and I need one ASAPidly. So look, they sitting down, Candace, Wendy, and the new pretty doll baby, Kiana. I said, okay, so they talking. We find out that she from Baltimore, and I said, well. And they went to talking about the housewarming, and Wendy fills Candace in about Ashley and her lies. First thing Candace said was, child, if Ashley bringing some info is for messy, it's for the purpose of being messy, it's just a red flag. They made the joke about the meat. I always think that's a funny joke about the rare, medium, and well, and all that. Candace was funny with the typical joke from people who like rare meat and the medium rare and all that mess, talking about you ruining the meat. No, we cooking the meat. We don't want no raw meat. We don't want the animal still mooing and lowing and neighing and all that. But it was funny. I thought that was a cute moment. I miss the cute moments on Housewives. There used to be a lot of little real cute, funny moments. And now everything's just so darn heavy. But anyway, so that was a cute moment. And that's, after that, Candace was like, child, if Ashley brings something, it's a red flag. She messy and she just ain't to be trusted, And so Ashley told him about it's going to be a brunch after the first communion, told Kiana, make sure you there. They talked about the fact that she was at that event, that Wine with Wendy thing that she had the first season she was there. And when they showed the clip back, I was like, oh, that was her. Okay, cool. And so Wendy was talking about that she wished that Candace and Ashley could get along, because when they be chilling, they have a good time together. And they look like they do have fun or whatever. And Candace was like, yeah, she is fun, but then she turned around and stabbed me in the ear. I say the ear, Jesus, the ear. But Candace ain't lying, because Ashley will be cool with you 1 minute, and next thing you know, just dry tell a lie in a minute. Okay? Boy, y'all coming with the meat. Here y'all coming with the meat. L-E-L talking about a medium burger be good though. I'm with you. I hear you, but I'm not eating nothing that can move at me. I need it cooked all the way through. I don't want no pink, no red, nothing. Brandon talking about a medium steak too. I don't know why Seanitra don't like it cooked that way. No, Seanitra just like it cooked. Don't you half cook me no meat and bring it. Now you could eat it like that, and I bring you some Kool-Aid, but I'm not doing it. Don't bring me nothing that's still moving. Lady T, what's happening? Okay, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all, baby. But listen, so that's how that went. Then we get to Karen and Ashley. So they over there finna shop for this, for the first communion and the brunch that follows, right? Because apparently Ashley ain't got no clothes decent for church. Well, we know she's a barfly, so it ain't no shock there. Hey, Jay Delaray. So ain't no shock to me that she ain't got no church clothes. That's a heathen. All day, that's a heathen. All them lies she tell, that is clearly Satan's little sister. So they in there, it's a shopping. They got the stylist in the store trying to help them out. Ashley talking about, this is not my motif. Your motif, girl. Whew, what a tacky little hooker. And talking about, this is more matronly and conservative. So you mean to tell me somebody covering up your body is matronly? Just say you don't have any style. And you think dressing like you going to a bar is stylish. That's not stylish, baby. It just looks cheap. It just looks cheap. She don't have sense enough to know that you can still be attractive. You can still be sexy. You can be all of those things and still be conservative. You can be edgy and fashion forward without your behind and breasts hanging out. And even Karen was cracking jokes talking about something that, that she like her boobs and her booty hanging out. That's the only way she likes to dress. I think that's just who she is. She's just a trash bucket. But then again, we are talking about, Sister Underhill's daughter, Underbridge daughter. So, I don't expect much from, I don't expect too much from her. I don't. So anywho, so she mentioned about Candace or whatever, and that she'll see her at the communion, and that's what Karen said. And then she said in a confessional that she was like that they trying to ice Candace out because nobody even mentioned her at the thing. And she was like, oh, I know what it is, because she's had it done to her. She asked the girl about the lawsuit, and she said she don't know nothing about it. Say you have to ask Candace, and she said Candace won't talk about it. And so Karen was like, I feel like 2 million is excessive, maybe 2 cents, because everybody done said something about it. Candace just got a way of putting butter to the biscuit. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But the fact that everybody done said something, I don't personally think it's going to go far. I think he wasting his money. He trying to make a point, like Karen said. He trying to make a point. That's what he trying to do. Hey, Miss Kaiser, so say. And Lord, L-E-L. Ashley trying to find her another old pappy to lay under. I'm done. I'm done. You crazy. But listen, so then they went to talking about the Wendy thing, and Karen told about the slow comment, and so Ashley started laughing. And so she talked about something. Well, no, before you left, it was funny too. Mia said it hurt her about her son. And so Ashley basically is in the confessional, like, child, I don't believe that. I don't believe Mia's hurt about that. But if anybody can drag something out, Mia's gonna drag it out. So at this point, everybody know this is just a tactic by Mia to try to drag something, to try to be a victim and garner sympathy. And oh, my son, girl, bye. So anyway, then Ashley basically tells Karen that she knows she lied on NECA. She claimed that it was, a that she misremembered it. And I put too much sauce on it. And then she admitted that the girl didn't say nothing after she said that the girl came to her with it. So, and then tried to blame it on the alcohol. And what I like was that Karen was like, in her confession, like, child, Ashley got a wooden leg and the liquor go down to her toe. And basically, you lying, you wasn't drunk. You could hold your liquor very well. You a whole fish. And I agree with her on that. Ashley do drink like a fish. She wasn't drunk. It ain't have nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with nothing. Period. So anyway, then we get to the first communion. For Lil Carter and Lil Cruz. So I appreciate and applaud the fact that the church nor Wendy allowed any cameras in there for them babies' communion, because that would have been extremely tacky. I wouldn't have been okay with that. But they started filming at the brunch. So they was there. Wendy had her white on, everybody in yellow. Everybody looking good in their yellow and all that stuff. Her sister showed up in her yellow. Dr. Ivy, she was cute. G-Ma was there, honey. G-Ma had her hair tied up, had her good jewelry on. She was looking good. Mama was showing, her chest and stuff. She was a little off the shoulder. I said, all right, Granny, you better let them know. You better let them know, G-Ma. She ready to pray. She ready to go ahead and do this thing. And I thought that was a cute moment, because Wendy was like, are you excited to pray? Because I know I'm going to pray. She was like, I'm the mama. Go ahead. And Ivy and Wendy both were funny. And they real funny with their mama. They was like, oh my God. And it was cute. I don't know. I just think that dynamic over there is cute because it's a real family dynamic. It ain't forced. It's just what it is. When your mama is off the chain, that's all you can do. So then the godmama showed up, Miss LaShonda. She was cute. Karen showed up in her yellow and her derby hat. I said, okay, girl, that was cute. That was adorable with a little pop of color on the hat. Candace showed up in her frozen yellow off the shoulder button up situation. Lord, Mama Wendy came over to the table cracking jokes. She was like, I need to know if Mia coming so we can get the drinks ready, and I need to know if I need to get my raincoat out the car. In other words, we need to protect ourselves if we got somebody to throw drinks coming. But I thought that was cute. So they had a little laugh about that. Kiana showed up in her yellow with the wrap dress, flare sleeve, nice and cuffed. I actually got something similar to that. Yeah. So I thought, of course, I definitely thought that was a good pick, wink, wink. Ashley showed up, child, with her breasts hanging out or split all the way up her thigh. I'm like, why would you show up in whole gear? Lord have mercy. Just trashy. She's trash. Sister Underbridge ain't teach her nothing. Nothing. Child, yeah, Candace was adorable in the frozen yellow off the shoulder button up. She was adorable. Child, Mama Wendy tickled me. Mama Wendy tickled me. Yes. I was very tickled by her. Girl, Ashley looked absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, what was you thinking? Like, on top of, you showing all your flesh for no reason. You didn't look cool. You didn't fit in. You weren't overdressed. You just looked like trash. I said, oh my God, what a barfly. You could tell that Sister Underbridge daughter. You can tell. You can just tell. Brandon said, which yellow dress did you like more on Karen? The one she wore shopping or the one at the reception? I like the one at the reception better because it was longer. The one she went shopping in was cute, but I felt like it was too short and it just wasn't dressy enough for that. I think the other one was nice because she wasn't in church. It was actually at an event space, but it was still decent because you around church folks. It was down her legs. It was cool. Yolanda said, I can see Wendy's crew tearing more potholes into Mia. Child, Mia better sit down somewhere. Yeah, she looked out of place. You know how it looked It's like when you at church and somebody bring the prostitute in off the corner, like, baby, come as you are. Just go up to the altar. We're going to deliver you. That's what it was given. It was like she was there for deliverance of the whole spirit that has, taken over her life. Don D say that was the only thing I agreed with Pennywise on. What? Her ugly dress? Was that it? Because it looked cheap and ugly and out of place. But anywho, so her and her whole gear. Wendy up here reminiscing about her first communion, talking about that was her first time getting dolled up and they went to Golden Corral. I say, boy, I remember those days after church, honey. Piccadilly's, Golden Corral, Ponderosa, Quincy's, Western Sizzling. Y'all, some of y'all know about them places, Ryan's Steakhouse, back in the day, they would take us out of church and we end up at one of them little places. So I thought that was cute. It was good. She remembered that. She thanks all the girls for being there, especially Candace and Ashley, because she know y'all don't really do each other. And Candace was like, child, I'm okay with being in a room with her. And Ashley was like, likewise. Like, girl, bye. She don't care about you. She just checked you for your nasty lying tail. So then Karen invites everybody to pickleball. And then Ashley tries to clean up the lie that she told Wendy about Nika and said, well, I may have implied that she brought this up and she said X, Y, and Z about you. And it's like, girl, you didn't imply nothing. You bluntly and boldly said that. You told a whole lie. That's what you did, heifer. So Wendy was like, girl, you said that. And she was like, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. Then turn around and say, well, if I did, I'm sorry. Girl, bye. You're such a liar. So then Candace crazy tail talking about she had a forehead full of lies. That's why her forehead was so big. Bold-faced lie, and then said that's why her forehead is so big, because she got a forehead full of lies. I wasn't ready. That girl's silly. Catherine Bennett say her excuse was she don't know how to dress her new boobs. Let us pray. Child, please. She knew what to do. She just wanted to dress like a hoe, because that's, I think that's just who she is. Yeah, sure. Piccadilly's. Yes. And before that, Morrison's Cafeteria. And if you was in Atlanta, it was the S&S. And if you was in Savannah, it was Carrie Hilliard's. Don't y'all make me start talking about, y'all know where y'all was going. Don't make me call it out. Y'all know where y'all was going. Miss Kaiser So say, thank you so much for the Cash App. This is my first support of the whole day. Let me send you a heart back. Love you. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Oh, and she sent me a message with it. Okay. Gossip news, you went to RHOP after your first baptism. Oh, man. Not IHOP. I know that's right. Mamas be knowing what to do. So then, before the show ended, Diva Tools, y'all had Morrison's up there in Jacksonville. Yep. Y'all know about Morrison's Cafeteria? Yep. Used to have all them old black ladies in the kitchen. Yep. S.A. K&W in North Carolina. Okay. Go on represent North Kekalak with the K&W. Mm-hmm. So look, then we get this nasty scene, this disgusting scene. This is how they ended this episode. And it's so disappointing that the producers thought that we want to dig into the xenophobia. We want to attack this West African family, this Igbo family. So we need to find somebody who is from that culture, who is enough of a pick-me that they'll be willing to help us do this, because we can't say this nasty stuff. But if we can bring her in to say it, then we can get it over the goal line, because we couldn't say none of this nasty stuff without, somebody from there to do it. So she's sitting down with Robert talking about, Robert talking about she ordered hot chocolate, but this thing want a cold drink. So it's giving you a little bit of a lush. But all right, darling. So they talk briefly with the small talk about, oh, Ashley's house was nice, blah, blah, blah. Immediately, Robert wants to talk about Wendy. Mind you, I want y'all to pay close attention to something. We don't see Wendy sitting up holding no weird conversations about Robert. Looked at me like Wendy don't give a darn about Robert. But the first thing out Robert's mouth is, oh, let's talk about Wendy. And do you know her? And she spoke like she didn't know you before. And Naka sitting up there. Mind you, she done forgot that she said she's seen this lady before, but she don't really know her. But now she's up here with Robert pretending like Wendy is play acting with her. Like if she want to meet for the first time, and we can meet for the first time. Girl, she didn't really meet you. You said that you didn't know her. Wendy said from the beginning, like I've seen her in passing, like once or twice. It's foggy. Like you don't rate. They got a picture of your cousin-in-law, meaning your husband's cousin, in a picture with Wendy and her sister, and you done turn that into that Wendy somehow knows you, and Wendy is so concerned with you. It's given she's not. It's given she's not. And so she sat up there with this BS narrative talking about, oh, I saw her at a concert, and then at an event, I met her at a concert, met her at an event. You didn't meet her anywhere. You saw her, honey. S says, I'm not even Nigerian, and I was pissed at them making a mockery like that. You could be shady without being disgusting. But that's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do, was to be disgusting. And they weren't able to really deal with it and attack and say all of the nasty xenophobic garbage they wanted to say until they brought somebody in who's from that same culture, even though obviously, according to what her brother, little Ezubike, has done, clearly you all are not a traditional family, not with him out there making these illegitimate children and not marrying the mothers, and y'all got kids all outside strewn in the street. So we know that you're not traditional. But technically, because you're Igbo, come on in and say some nasty, disgusting, xenophobic crap about your sister. And then she had the nerve to say that I was surprised when I saw her. I was expecting her to be aggressive. And so Robert is like, why? Why were you expecting that? And she goes, because her family has been aggressive and they accuse me of using her name to socialize with people and, making threats and all that. I don't believe that at all. I don't bit more believe that than nothing. I think she's full of garbage. Period. And then had the nerve to say that Wendy's mama called the cousin-in-law that was in the pictures with them, talking about, have I ever prayed for you? Have I ever prayed against you? You better ask about me. I'm going to take your name to a shrine. I got a shrine. I was like, you are full of garbage. You're full of it. Full of it. I was so disgusted with this mess. I didn't know what to do. It was so trashy. And talking about we're supposed to be sisters. And it's like, how y'all was supposed to be sisters? And look how you came into this situation. Immediately attacking her and helping people who have no kinship with you attack your own sister. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are trash. Brandon say, that's what I didn't get with Nneka. She literally saw Wendy on 2 occasions, never actually met her. Then has the nerve to talk about Wendy's whole family on national TV. Gross. Absolutely. Throw the whole trash away. Put her in a bag and drop her in a lagoon. Okay? Miss Kaiser Sose say Bravo is clowning the culture, and that is non. Yeah. Listen. Drag her. Matter of fact, let me go on and drop the StreamYard. You're welcome to drag her. You're welcome to. Because like I said, I'm going to need you to explain to us why you trying to drag and malign this entire family just so you can fit in with these two pieces of trash from Team, it was sorry, 3 pieces of trash from Team Yellow. You got a lot of nerve when your own little black nephew is not even being taken care of by your family because of your little trifling brother Ezubike. Excuse me, Mr. I want to be a rapper King Zube. You're not even taking care of your black family, honey. But you up in here trying to impress Team Yellow. 3 non-black women. Okay, but go ahead, girl. Go off. No, her husband don't have babies, but her brother got one in the street. No. What the girls are saying about her husband is that he's buying coochie over there at University of Maryland from the undergrads. Now, that's what's being said about the husband, about Ike. Okay? Now, that's what's going on with that. Child, the StreamYard is in the chat. You drag what you want to. Yeah, she phonier than a dollar bill. Phonier than a dollar bill and dirtier than a swamp rat. That's what that whore is. Child, Gossip News got something to say.
Hey, Auntie.
All right. I'm going to stand back. Who's going to give it to him, baby?
First of all, I want to say this. Ashley, we know you are shady to the beginning.
You
If
breaking up.
you're full, oh wait, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, Ashley. If we know your full middle name, your middle name would be Ashley Messy Darby. You knew very well that NECA never said
Yep.
that, never implied it, did not go into detail about it with you. But you wait until season 8 when this came out in season 5. Well, rumors speculated in season 5 for you to bring this up with NECA. Then you tell Ash Wendy, "Oh, I may have misconstrued it." You didn't misconstrue it. You basically made a whole beef for no reason. But NECA, you are wrong for bringing in the mother. We all saw what happened to Giselle when Giselle wanted to bring Eddie into the mix. She got dragged. Now you want to make Wendy come drag you.
Yep. Yep.
And when you ain't ready for that Wendy drag, because Wendy will drag
But
you
now
all
let
the
me
way
let me throw
down.
this in real quick too. Let me throw this in because I want y'all's opinion on this. What did y'all think of Robert sitting up there talking about me? Girl, Juan ain't like you from how long ago? How many women he had on you? And you blaming Mama Wendy for your hard luck? This man ain't like you since y'all got on the show. Did she forget season 2? Juan sat there talking about, I just want to be in love. I just want a relationship. He want to be with somebody. He was only there for his kids. Did Mama Wendy do that too? Did Mama Wendy drive him to the hotel and have him to pay for the hotel room and go up in there to get some to get some booty? Did Mama Wendy do that? Did Mama Wendy drive him to the laundromat? Did she drive him to the nail salon? Did Mama Wendy do all those things?
That's what I'm trying to figure
Was
out.
Mama Wendy the reason why he couldn't win a game? Even if the other team didn't show up, he got fired from over there.
Look, is Wendy?
To sit up and then decide to tell half the story and sell it on Patreon. Did Mama Wendy do all of those things? I'm just asking.
I don't think she did, but as they say, you're doing well if you living rent free in other people's heads. And Wendy's
Hello.
all up in Robin's head. Robin, you should be worried about your husband going out on the town with other women
Yep.
instead of Wendy. Can't keep a
Hey.
man. Hey,
Yep.
I actually have a different take on the Robin situation. Hey, Seanitra.
Hey, Lauren.
Um,
Hey, S.
Hey.
hey, Lauren. Lauren. Lauren's my real name. So when Lauren comes up, I'd be like, oh.
Both of
So
y'all,
like
Lauren.
Seanitra, this
Okay.
is my no, I'm
Lauren, you,
S.
and S. Lauren. So come on.
No, but like Seanitra, I have a sneaky suspicion that
Okay.
Robin tricked Juan into marrying her. I feel like she probably sat home and tormented that man about like the pending case, telling him he was going to get into trouble and being like, look, if you marry me really quickly, we don't have to testify against each other. I could put money on your bail. And poor Juan was in the closet just terrified of this woman. And he just decided to just go hop the broom real quick before everything got to bust. And then now that everything's back to normal, he's gone back to his regular ways, and Robin can't take it because she can't tell on herself. She didn't trick that man. There's no way. I can't see like them having chemistry together. And I feel like that's why Robin is so dejected, because she knows that she had to fool this man into marrying her for the sake of whatever.
we all can see that she fooled him into marrying her. The
Well,
thing is,
let me say this then, Ed. To be honest, hold on. To be honest, I don't know what the strategy was to get him to play act and pretend to marry her. But I will tell you this: I don't believe they're married until I see a marriage license, a certificate somewhere. I need
Okay.
it to be recorded.
Mm.
I
It's
need
always
to see
given
it.
that.
Now I
mm-mm.
do believe that they probably I believe they probably pulled a Yandy Smith and staged something, but I don't think it's real. I don't.
Yeah, Juan always looked like he
Mm.
about to tell the truth.
At all.
When it's convenient for him.
That's why she always backs off. The minute she mentions something and Juan get a little spicy, if you notice, she shut up fast. Like, don't you tell these people we not really married, please. I'm
Yeah.
telling
Exactly.
you.
Remember, I'm so glad Juan Dixon's not here and he's here and he still doesn't care about Robin. That's so sad.
Wait, I actually wonder if this time he's actually going to show up to the reunion.
No,
Ooh,
he's gonna
yes.
he's
I
gonna be working and
wonder.
having a game still.
Look, he ain't got no game. He got fired.
But he don't.
Exactly.
He ain't got no
Exactly.
job.
And he's still gonna have something to do on the day of the
Oh no,
reunion.
Yes, you can't do that. Look,
Look,
if
I'm proud.
Juan signed his name in blood. He said, like, look, I showed myself on TV getting married to you, girl. Ain't nothing else in this until my boys turn 18.
look, Michael's still waiting for Juan to call him and be
God
like,
dang.
"Yo, Juan, I'm in
No,
Vegas.
I feel
Come
like
on over."
Michael was helping Juan cover up the girls and all that. And because like actually Michael and Slick, I feel like she should be off the show. Like it's very obvious they're never gonna get a divorce. I don't really get like what Ashley really brings. And I know like that's not the vibe that we're going on, but like I feel like Juan and Michael's closeness is now explained now that Juan's girlfriends are living their truth. Hey Kai.
Mm.
Hey,
Hey, guys.
hey.
Hey, party people. I hope everyone's having a nice night.
Yo, y'all are
Yeah.
assholes. You not wrong though. You not wrong. Hey Kai. Lauren, you been quiet up here. Lauren, what you got to say on this?
I came up here to say how disappointed I was in NECA selling her Nigerian soul for a few American pennies. That conversation that she had with Robin literally made my blood boil. Like, and then the way that Robin was like, "Oh my gosh, she's doing voodoo," like, and NECA, I'm like, I was just watching. I'm like, wow, NECA, so you really have no shame. You really have no shame for you to come up
Mm-hmm.
here and feed into this xenophobic storyline. You just look crazy. And I hear like the Nigerian community is like low key eating her up, or she's like afraid or something of
Oh, they
people
are.
back home eating her up. And I'm Nigerian as well. And my like I was following the Twitter feed, and I mean, if people of course are like, oh, don't bring mothers or whatever into the argument or into the storyline. But I don't think that like American people are understanding how just like awful NECA is being by like attacking Wendy's mother. Like in Nigerian culture, that is such a taboo thing to do. I don't even know what the American equivalent would be. Like, I don't know, maybe calling someone's mother like a crackhead or something. But that is crazy. I'm like, so is no one in NECA's
Well,
family telling her
actually,
like, girl, you need to
like to
stop?
be honest, I don't know if you were here when I first opened the live. So
Mm-hmm.
from what I'm hearing about the family, they don't seem to be too much better than they cool or whatever. But that
Mm-hmm.
brother of hers, Ezubike, the one who's out here making bastard children left and right. He's got one floating
Uh,
around. And apparently the entire family has disowned that child rather than his parents telling him he needs to go ahead and marry this girl instead of having a child
mm.
being raised outside. Because as it stands now, the child still has his mother's last name. His mother's maiden name is
Oh.
his last name.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's
And
crazy.
not supporting this child at all.
See, I
So
need
it's like you
Wendy to
talking
That's
about
drag
Wendy's
NECA.
mother. Like, first of all, that's why I said earlier when I first opened up this, like I said, when I first opened up this stream, apparently their family is not traditional at all, because how the hell did that even fly? So you can talk about
right.
how classy you are. At this point, I mean, if we're going to drop stereotypes, how do we know your father didn't get his money doing 419 trash?
Mm. Mm.
Look at how you all
Look,
conduct yourself, and you sat on national TV to call somebody's mother a witch. You're trash.
and this
I'm
is the
Disgusting.
disgusted with the fact
look.
that
Now I'm
Nick is
trying not
supposed
to go
to be,
there, but she's garbage.
yeah, she's
No,
supposed to
she
be
really
educated.
is.
She's so
Look, and I
pigeonholed into like getting this petty gossip that she's flaming her whole culture. Like, I'm Caribbean, I could just never ever do that to some white women on for what, 2 minutes of fame on TV. Like, we have it hard enough, like when we migrate over, to not have one of our own, or like someone is supposed to be representing us on TV talking this
Mhm.
crap. But it's by
But it's
design, and
always
that's why
gonna
I
be
I
one.
listen more to Seanitra
But it's
than
always
pay as
but
much
it's
attention to the show, because like it will drive you up a wall, the crap that they're doing.
Mm.
See,
Amazing.
this is how I feel about it. Because
but what's
when
crazy
the
is
whole
there's always one who's willing to do some low down dirty crap to fit in with those people, because her high school classmate that I was talking to earlier today said that she's been like following around the little clear girls and kissing up and trying to fit in with them. This is not a new MO for her. She's been doing this since
ooh,
high school, honey.
Wow.
Yeah.
damn,
Hey, Iman. Over,
oh, we
mind
lost
you,
S.
over in Beloit, Wisconsin, not LA, like she claiming.
Oh,
Kai, what you got
Wow.
to say about all this?
Um, uh, I guess we're here, so we're gonna work backwards. I because I was still leaving some grades of like, okay, Ashley is going to, start this miscommunication with her, but NECA misstepped here, because then it seems like, okay, you got all this beef. Her family's been calling around on your family for 3 weeks, and yet you also sat at Ashley's housewarming and pretended like you really didn't know Wendy, like you didn't know Wendy's family. You didn't say, hey, Wendy, we've seen each other in passing before. So now you're going to come to Robin and act like it's a big deal that Wendy gave you the same energy you gave her, because you also did not act like y'all have been in the same vicinity like that. To me, that
Right.
was also off-putting, that you're going to make this
mhm.
whole big deal when you pretend. No, I'm like, if she saw you once or twice, I don't really know how that's like such a big deal, especially when she sat there and corrected them on pronouncing your name correctly. You said, we're in America, they're Americans, it's fine. And so to me, I'm like, then the
Mm-hmm.
conversation you had with Ashley honestly makes no sense if you had all this other stuff. Because to me, it doesn't make any sense why you would come to Robin, of all people, to say all this stuff and not have that conversation with Ashley, the person who's
Mm-hmm.
bringing you on the show and the person who brought up Wendy in the first place. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's like,
This
okay,
is
we're gonna have this conversation with Ashley about it, and then we're gonna move on and slowly bring in more people to have all this gossip about Wendy. That's
It
what it
was
feels like
real
to
this.
me.
trashy. I agree with that. And Kyle, let me add on to that too.
Mhm.
That whole conversation that she had with Ashley, where Ashley was trying to bring up that nasty, disgusting, trashy blog article calling Wendy's family Osu. First of all, that was disgusting then, it's disgusting now. I never thought it was cool. And back then I didn't even like Wendy, but I
Yeah,
never thought that was a cool thing to do. First of all, especially for people who have no idea what it means to be a suit, to be actually making that type of accusation. I thought it was pure trash. It was pure trash, especially um the fact that Ashley brought it up and Nika didn't shut that down. Nika should have shut that entire
she
conversation
should have.
down for
But
some for
sorry.
some, especially some non-black woman who was possibly even conceived under that bridge, to be sitting up there trying to broach such a conversation. How dare you? But
Yeah,
she didn't even shut it down. And what was even worse, and I think I said this even over on Gabor's channel when we were talking about it, the fact that she doesn't even know culture and tradition enough to even explain what it was, talking about it had something to do with a king. Like, what does being Osu has to do with the king? Like, are
yeah, I
you
caught that
dumb?
one. Yeah,
What do kings have to do with being Osu? You idiot.
I thought
And
he
You
look,
was
here's the
lying.
idiot.
thing.
wait,
I
and
did
then
Reese.
I was
What
gonna
were you
say
saying,
that
Kelly?
it's not as salacious as your tea, but my little tea was that I've now heard from one too many of like the Nigerian folks I follow who have lived around the DC area about how you see how Nneka was announced to be on the show, right? People in
Mm-hmm.
general were talking about her, but no, she didn't have stan accounts and all that kind of stuff. Then this one episode pops off and people get pissed, and now all of a sudden there's Nneka's army on Twitter, Nneka this, and all these people going up for her. Apparently,
NECA's
she got so
army.
girl, there's a whole Neka Army Stan account
Oh
already
yeah,
now after episode 1. So now it
Mm-hmm.
seems like she got very pissed about how many people like reacted to what's about to lay up. That she has friends calling mutuals. One person I follow, she has her own podcast, and I went through her Instagram to see who she follows and that kind of stuff. She has mutual friends with Wendy and Neka. she posted something that she didn't like what Neka having that conversation with Ashley in the first place, you know? She said that on Twitter, right? A mutual friend
Mhm.
between her and Neka contacted her to ask her to take it down. And she did. She didn't really think much of it. Then she asked a friend, did she ask you to tell me to take it down? And she said yes. So she has friends contacting their mutuals or contacting anyone else to take things down, and then having other friends trying to go on the internet and boost her up. I don't know. People were giving her grace about like Ashley's the one who's leading the charge, but it's clear that Neka picks up that football and runs it to the home line herself and sets herself up, because I don't know how going from they're gonna have
She's trash. Ashley lied on her, and that's clear. Like y'all know
yes,
me, I stand for the truth regardless of whether I like you or don't like you. Okay, truth is still truth, right? But Ashley lying on her is notwithstanding. What she sat there and did with Robert was
was
disgusting.
disgusting.
To even imply that that woman is a witch or claim that she called your cousin and said all this stuff, she is pure garbage.
I mean,
She is
like
a
mind you,
wasted
Robin
sin.
says voodoo, and this idiot
Yeah,
laughs
girl,
about
and the
it.
way she said it, Kai, she's doing voodoo. What the hell is voodoo?
Voodoo. Oh
First
yeah,
of
she
all,
said voodoo.
voodoo is a freaking religion. That's number one. That's number one. Can we be very clear? And
Yes.
please, apologies to any of my Haitian people that might be in attendance or watch on replay. Y'all know I love my zoes. But that is a religion. Someone being a voodooisant or practicing voodoo does not mean that they are a witch. That is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, let's be very clear. Everyone who has a shrine is not a witch. Let's be very clear. Okay?
Yep.
There are people who serve different deities. That is their business. I'm not here to judge anybody. Not me. I stand for God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. But it is not my business, nor is it my place to condemn anyone else and their spiritual practices or beliefs. Okay? That's a game I have never played. That is a game that I will never play. I have never been that trashy. However,
Hmm.
the fact that they could just use the term voodoo so loosely, notwithstanding, not even caring who they might be offending, voodoo is not synonymous with witchcraft. And the fact that she implied that that woman, that Mama Wendy is a witch, that was one of the most disgusting, one of the most insulting, one of the most out of line things I've ever seen on that trashy show. And this right here, y'all, is why I'm always saying, when it comes to Bravo, I'm praying for their downfall. They wanted to do this dirt, and they brought in a trash bucket like NECA to help them do it. And I
And I'm
But
pray.
gonna.
you know, like,
Well,
yeah.
because it's so weird, because people are like, oh, you guys are being so mean to Neka. But I feel like once people thought that Ashley was the one who carried the bun along, people were still giving her grace. But we're like, how does we go from Ashley messed it up to now you're laughing with Robin about voodoo and she's witchcrafting and putting hexes, and you're laughing about Robin saying Wendy's mom put a hex on her and all? How do we get there?
Because the agenda is to take away the light skin discrimination. That's what their
Right.
goal is.
Yeah,
And
I know, but it's just that's the whole point of like people are like, oh, we need to give her oh, y'all were mad at her from the first episode, but when everyone saw that it was Ashley who did it, lots of people said, okay, Ashley was wrong for that, and some people were like, she should
she
have
should
known
bring it up to
better
the
enough
white
to not even
skin.
have that conversation with Ashley. But at the least, a lot of people said it's Ashley's fault. You set yourself up now, going to Robin of all people, and as we all said, laughing about like it's gross, it's grotesque. No.
It was like
Yeah.
those trash buckets managed to insult two different cultures at the same time. Like you
Okay.
insulted Igbo people, and I'm personally insulted for obvious reasons. And then you insulted Haitian people with this voodoo, the nerve. And where the hell does Neka get that cock and bull accent from?
Oh my
Exactly.
See,
It's a
goodness.
Valley Girl
Literally,
accent.
her
look,
accent sends me. I'm like, girl,
this.
is it like, is that Wisconsin, LA? Like, it's very much so giving. I'm trying to sound like a Valley girl, and she's a mess. She's a
See,
mess.
this is how I feel about Neka. At first, I was like, okay, she's cool, and then the Osu thing came up. I'm like, it's Ashley. The part where I got mad at Neka was the part that she said, "Now I don't know if Wendy is. I know I'm not, but I don't know about her." That's implying that you think that she's Osu.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you meet Wendy at the party, you don't act like you have a problem with her. You're all buddy buddy with her, giving her high fives, talking about
Yeah.
my fellow Nigerian sister.
Yeah, being
But
fake. Oh, you look cute and gave her a hug. That's what was it for me. I'm like, what the heck?
And what
but
was
then
funny was she sat there and pretended she tried to imply with Robin, like, oh, like she knows me, but if she wants to act like she meet me for the first time, it's cool. Girl, you didn't act like you knew her. You
right,
greeted her as though this was your first time having an opportunity to really interact with her. Because she said when she first came on, like I've seen her before. I got a cousin-in-law that know them or something. And like I spoke to her before, she's nice. She never said nothing out of the way about her. Then she sits down with Robert and immediately starts pandering. Oh, I thought she was going to be aggressive. You just got through saying you spoke to her one time before and she was nice. So what the hell? Why would you switch it up that you thought she was going to be aggressive? Really? Really?
right.
Exactly.
And here's another thing. We all know the fact that the only reason why she went to Robin is because Robin's still mad at Wendy for dragging her false relationship, and she only got married next last season to make Wendy know my relationship as well. It's only a, it's
Why
only
is
to make Wendy
Giselle? Why is Giselle still so angry at Wendy?
because
Like,
Wendy dragged her about her baby daddy preacher out here in these streets being on hold and having fun with other children with other women.
Giselle's like spirit, it just makes the show just so like unenjoyable. Like how just nasty she is. She always has this like nasty expression on her face whenever anything about Wendy comes up. It's like, girl, like you're gonna have to get over this or do something or just leave the show because it's very uncomfortable to watch.
The thing is,
And
like,
then
there's some people who are ugly on the inside, and Giselle and Ashley have that spirit about them, where it is true ugliness, and that's why we can't really stand them. But for some
see,
reason, oh, go ahead.
I can't stand Giselle. Actually, I can deal with her when it comes to her being some. Because for me, Ashley reminds me of trying to be a bone collector, trying to please everyone. But then she's also trying to stir the mess.
But
And
what's
then she's
actually
gonna do
on in her life? Like, this is a housewife show. It's not a mess show, right? Like, what's actually
right,
with Ashley that she brings to the table? Absolutely nothing. What's going on
true.
with Giselle she brings? Absolutely nothing. I'm sorry, like I know like she made her tagline with her daughters, that's cute and all, but my eyes on the prize, she's still trash. And she didn't win me over with shit. Like, sorry, Seanitra. She didn't
You
win
all right, baby?
that. Like, I still see her for the guttabutt that she is, and I just feel like this is, I don't know, like I just feel like we're playing with something that is way deeper than just watching a TV show, and that's why we all have a visceral reaction to it. For those two,
Right.
I'm not, I'm not saying like everyone has to share that view, but it doesn't feel like a housewife show. Like if you watch Miami or Beverly Hills, and then you watch Potomac, it just feels like just smuck, you know?
And this is what I think it is. Season 5, Wendy was friends with Robin and Giselle, and they were all cool with sticking together against Monique.
Yep.
Once that happened, Giselle said, you know what? Wendy's great and all. She's friends with Karen. I don't need her no more. And let me talk about Eddie. So when she talked about Eddie, Wendy came back at her with 10 times the fire, talking about, this is what God is paying you for all the evil deeds you've done in your life. Why you can't have your husband with you, why your husband doesn't love you, why you don't have a loving relationship.
Yeah.
Like
But I'm gonna
going
tell
in
y'all
it,
something else too. When it comes to Ashley, Ashley does all this dragging and dragging out crap and telling lies and stirring mess to cover up for the fact that she has nothing to offer. So the only thing she has to offer is keeping up garbage. That's why she'll tell a lie in a minute.
right.
Honestly.
And this is why I'm saying Ashley reminds me of Portia because Ashley is that one who dresses like she's still in her 20s, trying to keep a man that may not love her, being
Now hold
messy,
on,
and
hold
when
on,
Hold on.
hold on.
She
Now
might
I
look
don't. Now
like
let's
a
let's
man,
keep it
but
real. I don't even cut.
let
Hold
me
on. Hold on, I don't even cut for Portia, but we not gonna do that
No.
because
No, let me
Portia actually
explain what I
wears.
mean.
Hold on, Portia actually wears nice clothes, and Ashley. Every time we see Ashley, she look like she done robbed a rainbow or a dots. That's number one.
No,
Number
I
two,
agree.
number two. Portia actually got a body, and she does not look like a triangle with legs. Number
No,
three.
that's
Portia is not sitting over there with a man that don't like her. That man that she with act like he could eat a link of her mess, even though she did get him by snitching on Fallon, and I stand on that. So she ain't nothing like Portia, and Portia always has a storyline. Even
look.
when the entire cast is attacking her, she always has a storyline.
Portia,
Hell, we
No,
had we had one whole season where Portia was the storyline. Where they sat up there and tried to sell us a whole story about a stripper named Bolo and fake Chanel. So we're not gonna
true.
put her with there. We don't have anybody on any franchise as low class, nonsensical, and as much of a non-entity as Ashley Underbridge Darby. Nobody.
I know. No, I know, but let me explain what I meant. That's not what I meant by that. I meant like you
Okay,
know how
cause they
Portia.
have nothing in common. Nothing.
They're
Not
not nothing.
sexy, not look,
They don't have
not
nothing in
flavor.
common.
Yeah.
But you, they don't have nothing in common when it comes to fashion, storylines, and actual class. What I meant is
Upbringing,
when
nothing.
upbringings, body, because
Nothing.
Cass ain't got nothing. But
Nothing.
what I meant was when when Portia sometimes starts drama, she says, "Who said that?" Like how she
Portia
can
literally did that one time. Come on now.
once
Ashley
like
has done this repeatedly.
I
Ashley
know,
actually has a pattern of behavior. Portia
yeah.
did that one time. And we talking about somebody, my sis on the phone say, and don't forget, Portia actually owns her house. She didn't have to wait for a man to put it in his name through a LLC.
That
She
part.
she actually has a pedigree, not from under a bridge
Yeah,
and
I
a
mean, like,
crackhead
like
mama.
Portia is messy. I get what you're saying, gossip news. Portia is messy, but Portia has substance in some kind of way. Like, I don't mean like she's the smartest one, but I mean like we love to see Mama Diane. She had
Yes.
got a whole
yes,
there. Ashley is just Sister Act,
Trash.
and that's
Trash.
it. Just dry,
Trash.
Pure garbage. Look
dry.
how she showed up to a brunch after a first communion, like she was getting ready to go sell her monkey for $2 a pop.
And then she just
mhm,
like raising these
yes,
white men to just run all over the counter. That was just bizarre to me. Um,
true. Look,
and yeah, go ahead.
I will say this: I love Portia. I am not shaming Portia. I want to clarify that so where no one comes at me later.
Oh,
I'm just
I'm not a
saying.
Portia.
No, I was
I'm
just
not a
no,
Portia
we
fan
didn't
at
think you
all.
was coming at her. I was just clearing up the fact that these two women have absolutely nothing in common. Portia sits up and gossips and has fun and is bubbly. Ashley doesn't gossip, have fun, and be bubbly. Ashley tells bold face, bold forehead
Low.
lies. That's what she tells. Big foreheaded lies.
She said the woman
It
was
is
dumb and crashed, and like she just goes too far every single time. But I could understand why she doesn't have any boundaries, right? Like
She doesn't, and they
the way
don't
I
That's
check.
what happens. That's what happens when you're conceived under bridges.
And then no one's on the and then another thing, no one on the cast checks Ashley like that besides Candace. No one checks her. At least Portia, they all ganged up on her and she stood in her shit. But excuse me, but
I like Ashley
Ashley,
bolder and bolder as the seasons went
no,
on.
they don't check her.
Yeah, because
Only
production did it.
Candace really gives her that that vitriol. They don't check her. They make excuses since she had those little two, what I don't know what they are, white babies for Michael. So everybody excuses her behavior.
I see
well,
Ashley and Candace as the same kind of um reckless mouths, but
Oh,
for some reason,
absolutely not.
Candace gets it.
Who did Candace lie on though?
Yeah, that's
Oh
the
no no no
thing.
no no! Candace doesn't lie, but I mean like everyone says like Candace is her mouth gets her in trouble, blah blah. Ashley is the same thing but worse. Well, you know what I mean? Like Ashley has a reckless mouth. She talked about Robin's $20 in her bank account, and
$37.50.
She talked about
right.
raised penis, and she got a nerve to talk about anybody's penis. She talked about raised penis.
Look, and I
But
will
I'm
say
gonna
this.
listen. Like, if I'm being honest, I'm okay with people throwing shots and an insult here and there. Because if in that moment or for that season y'all don't like each other, when
Mhm.
people don't like each other, they throw shots. Like that's normal. I'm okay with you
Mhm.
throwing a shot. I'm okay with you dragging. I'm okay with all that. What
Mhm.
I'm not okay with is being a liar. And
Jealousy.
that's where
Right.
I draw the line. That's what makes me not like people. That's why I don't like Giselle, because she'll lie in a minute. That's why I don't like Robert, i.e. Jake from State Farm, because she don't mind lying. That's why I don't like Sister Underbridge's daughter, Ashley, because they lie so much.
Also, this is why I also don't like Crater Face, Bigfoot,
Mia, yes,
Mia.
Lord. Oh, that changed my mind.
I need her to go missing in action and not come back.
Child, tell me what y'all really feel about her trying to use the sympathy play again, because she tried it with her mama
Oh,
being on drugs in her first season. Last year, after she assaulted Dr. Wendy, she tried to use her husband for sympathy. She talking about my husband. Now this lady called you slow because you are slow, you couch surfer. Does she even have her GED? I'm asking for a friend.
I
And
don't
now
I
think
you
don't
so.
think she
trying to use
does. No, I don't think she does. And
I
here's
don't
my
think
thing.
they never mentioned the GED. Nobody, Kai, did anybody mention a GED for Mia?
Mm-mm.
I think
Nope.
we found where she went to like a technical school. So I think she has a GED. I think she has it.
Okay, so she did make it to tech school.
Mm-hmm.
She made
You
tech
know
school.
what?
She made tech school. Well,
She
good for that.
probably did. She probably did take up janitor work or something. Yeah.
But
See,
I
and
find it so interesting that when Mia pulled that ish the first time with "If my mom relapsed, she need to see me outside," Ashley was like, "Oh, Candace has a reckless mouth," but now all of a sudden you're like, "Well, Mia will find
Oh,
anything
Mia's
and
Mia's
hold
gonna drag it out. Yeah.
drag." Oh,
Mm-hmm.
really? Because I remember last year also when when Wendy called her Crater Face, and she went on some little she did an E News interview, and she's just like, "That hurt me because I had acne as a child." I said, "Have to get out of my
Right. She's
face."
always putting the sympathy on. Like,
Yeah.
shut up or get off
It's
my
look,
always sympathy.
look,
What I've noticed with her, she immediately will either go to a family member or she reverts to Little Orphan Annie. Because
Yes.
she went straight to Little Orphan Annie about that crater face. I didn't have a mom to take me to a doctor. Like, girl, bye.
Yes, we talked about
You
that.
had,
Yeah, I was
first of
surprised.
all, and that wasn't real, Kyle, because like you were couch surfing, girl. You had several mamas. How many different mamas didn't you have? Some of us only had the one.
15.
Like she was bouncing from couch to couch. You had multiple mamas, hooker.
Look, and I want to say this because
And
one
Medicaid.
of
Don't forget that. I almost forgot. Because when them kids is foster kids, they got Medicaid and stuff. Okay. The rest of us
that is
had parents
true.
who paid doctors. You were on state benefits. I bet you had stamps and all.
Look,
Exactly.
A little dusty
and
foot.
and this is what I'm going to say about her and her bringing her son into this issue that I don't like. You're telling me that you referred to Wendy calling you slow because you can't take a conversation. You want to understand why she didn't hug you. You threw a drink in her face. You tried to assault her 3 different times in the same instance. One with a drink, one with a purse, and one
And a
with a
cell
phone
phone. Yep, she
and a
did.
cell phone. You tried to attack this girl 3 times. If it wasn't for production, Wendy would have went rat tat tat on your behind, and you would have been crying, talking about, "Well, she beat me." Well, ma'am, you shouldn't have thrown a drink at
And
her.
it's
You
not
shouldn't
even
have thrown your purse
Wendy
at
is
her.
not
You
a
shouldn't have thrown a phone.
Wendy also were in her. It's the restraint for me because I couldn't do it. But Wendy got jobs to lose in her first
Right.
Yes,
She's actually
she.
somebody. She
Yeah.
did not, she actually went to school and worked hard to achieve her PhD, and now she uses it. Unlike someone else who went to night school to learn to be a janitor and then went
Mhm.
stripping for lobster and steak. So what the hell does Mia have to lose? That's why you don't argue with people who have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
And here's
it's just
the
so wild
thing.
how she be putting out her family like that. I'm like, no one knew your child's business.
Yeah,
No
and we
one
didn't
Look,
need
did
to know
that.
that. That was so messy. I didn't like that at all. Like,
Yeah.
she brought in her husband not being able to get it up. She talked about her
Yeah.
son. The this last season, she brought her son up again this season. I'm like, ma'am,
Remember her first season, she talked about her mama being a dope head. Like she did all
yes,
that.
like ma'am, we don't care about your mom being a dope head. We don't care about your husband can't get it up. We don't care about your son and his issues
Yeah, because it's
because
about her.
it's about you.
mhm.
You signed up to be a housewife. You dragged your family along and used them for a storyline because your storyline for this season is you and G are having marital issues.
The
Right.
money, no, the money. Like one thing that stood out for me was like the apartment square foot, like normally I don't really pay attention to the footage of these houses, but when they said like 1,500, I was like, how are we in the same? And I'm a regular person. Like, how do we have the same size apartment? And you're over there being a CEO, like,
She ain't
having.
no CEO. Remember, she was the
I know
director of marketing. Remember, don't forget that now.
that.
Oh
No,
yeah,
when she
Mark,
the drink, she
director of marketing.
that one time she came on as the CEO with all these
Yeah.
all that crap, and like it just shocked me. She went from paying 10K a month to this, like that is a big jump. Like
It is.
normally people lose money, like they don't lose it so quickly and so suddenly like this. Like
Mhm.
that was
Okay, but now hold on. If we gonna be fair, y'all let Robert sit up here renting a townhouse and living like a whole pauper all these years now.
That is true.
Y'all let Robert play
Robert,
around in front of y'all
Robert
wearing
doll.
wearing all them clothes from Ross and Sears, and ain't nobody said nothing.
No,
Y'all let
and
Giselle slide out
Robert
there with that
is
she shed in the woods.
Does anyone
Hmm.
remember when the kids had to take cold showers? I forgot
Yeah,
what that was.
talking about the children taking cold showers, and that was crazy to me because I'm like, you ignorant clown. You weren't even smart enough to heat up the water on the stove for your
Exactly,
babies to
dummy.
bathe. Now
I
we
feel
know,
like
we all know that Robert is no aficionado on clean. We know this because mom told us. But you
I,
didn't
I
know to heat the water up on the stove so
I
that your
feel like
babies
the
could
cold
wash their tails.
was an indication
Hmm.
else because like most electric companies in America will let you go 3 months without paying before they cut it off. So the fact that they got all the way down to a cold shower tells me like Robin wasn't paying anything at all, like at all. She didn't miss a
Right.
bit. She literally was not paying in order to get to that level. And then like it's not like she's coming with no support. Like she has family and everything. And
Wait, Wendy's talk show airs tomorrow?
I don't know. That's what everybody's saying. That's why I
Yeah.
highlighted it so y'all
She
could see
yeah.
for yourselves.
She released her little her trailer and like shared the link on for her YouTube. So yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
but
be there.
I just find it really amazing. Like, to me, this is just to me. I feel like Potomac has shown us like some real trying to be bougie on a budget type folks. I feel like the first time we saw some money walk in there, like real money walk in there, was Candace's mama and then
Hmm.
Monique.
Hmm.
And when real money walked in, attitudes got copped. And the
Oh
only reason
yeah.
they're tolerating this girl Neka with her bread a little bit is because
It's
They
going
went
against
against
they
her.
brought her there to attack Wendy. Like that is
Mhm.
the only reason.
You
yeah.
know, this is what I gotta say. This I'm trying to figure out why is it that seasons 6, 7, and now 8 has been a continuation of a takedown Wendy campaign.
Exactly.
Yep, we're gonna go 3 seasons in a row and let's just try different tactics to attack this black woman. So the first
Right.
one, oh, you got your body together and you look good now. Okay, all of a sudden now, well, thank
But
you for being 146, Allie. All of a sudden now, well, what about the blog that told lies on all of us? Now I think they're telling the truth on you because
On
you
you.
got your
That
body
doesn't even
fixed.
make sense.
You're
because Wendy has the
insecure
like
about your husband
that
and
makes
a white woman from his office that's apparently at that point would have been pregnant for 2 years straight. And now, when that didn't work and Wendy drug him and didn't let him do that to her, then the next season, last season, it was okay. We're gonna attack you physically. Okay, we're gonna have a
Hmm.
large Hispanic gentleman physically attack you in Miami, and then we're gonna ice you out like you're the problem and treat you like garbage. And then we'll even let George Foreman's younger brother, Deborah, come on the show and call your husband Happy Eddie. We'll try all of that. And when none of
Exactly.
that worked, now we're back again. And Wendy's being mean because she won't let us insult her. Wendy's mama is into voodoo like she's a Haitian. And she's now that's her religion. Like these people are trash. And the fact that they keep ganging up on the black girl, they're never beating the colorism charge.
They're
Never.
not. They're
Right.
not.
And
Don't
this is why the colorism topic has been coming up for the last 4 seasons. It came out season 6, season 7. This is season 8. At this point, there's no there is no excuse why y'all keep acting like colorism isn't a thing because Giselle, Robin, Mia, And Ashley's
It's
little
only go.
pale, pale complexions want to be like, well, every time we do something, they react in a terrible way. But Mia threw a drink on a person. Ashley has gotten into people's faces before. I
So
think
is Robert. Don't
Robin,
don't forget
Robert,
Robert.
season 6, yeah.
Robert,
Robert is the
Robert,
whole Robert is the whole
Robert,
bull in a china shop.
She got in
Robert got
Monique's
in
face.
Ashley's face, and then she told
She got in
Monique,
Monique's face too, and she was
and then
about to
told
walk up
her,
on Wendy.
yep, and then she told Monique, because
Do
Monique
it and
told her,
got
I
in
will,
Monique's face. Yeah.
yeah, because Monique told her, I will
I'll be
use
done
this
choked you
umbrella,
with this umbrella.
and Robert said, do it.
Walked up, yeah, always
Yeah,
walking her
Robert's the
broad
most
shoulder.
And then
aggressive
last
house.
remember, don't forget last season, Big Reese had to hold her back. She jumped up
And they
trying
lied.
to act
When Therese
all
never had to
Oh
manly.
hold me
yeah,
back.
Yeah, she jumped up trying to act all manly, like she was Paul Wall or
And
something,
then we
trying to
told a
go against
bold faced
Wendy.
lie.
And
Therese
then
and
when
didn't
it's
look,
touch
to
me.
act bad to Juan, she sits there like a little puppy and she wants me to feel bad for her, and I
No.
don't. Call me cold
and
hearted.
look,
Don't.
and here's another thing. Remember when Wendy and Mia were having a fight? Rob was talking about, I'm filming somewhere where the truth doesn't,
Yeah.
where the truth can be told.
When y'all the biggest liars on the show.
But then
Thank
you want to
you.
tell Wendy at the reunion that I told you either shut up or fight.
But you
And
know,
the
Either
thing is, why
either
does she
fight.
need to fight? Mind you, but don't forget she had told the lie, talking about well, I just wanted her to stop because
She got
I
jobs.
didn't yeah, she's got a job and I didn't want her to end up losing her job. No, your issue was that you wanted her to get in a fight, you wanted her to diminish her character because you feel very insecure because you're a big ball of nothing. You're
Right.
you're nothing.
You
You're not pretty. You're not educated. You're not accomplished. You're not successful. You're not charming. You're not even feminine.
right.
You're
And
nothing.
and that's my main issue with Robin is that you want Wendy to go out of character,
So bad.
but then
So
so
bad.
badly. But you have gone out of character. You've been in your character for many seasons now when you've been threatening people, getting up in people's faces. You get your manager Zell now because she's holding you accountable about you not telling the truth about your marriage.
but the takedown of Wendy to me isn't just with Giselle. I feel like it's with Robin as well. Like when,
Oh, we know it's with Robin. That's
yeah,
why that's why
It
she
is
had that
Robin.
staged conversation with Nika. That was
yeah, when
staged. That
Mhm.
whole
she
conversation
decided
was staged.
to love her, like when Wendy said that to Robin, I feel like that cut Robin to the core, and it shows to me and tell me if you guys see this when Ineka was speaking with Ashley and she was at maybe they chopped them through the scenes, but when she was speaking, like, oh, she expected Wendy to be a lot more like aggressive.
Aggressive. She was
Aggressive.
using those
Yeah, that was
I thought she was
buzzwords.
gonna be
after.
aggressive. I'm
She
like,
was
girl, why?
using, and it's funny. I'm not cutting anyone off, but she's using buzzwords that they use against Wendy. And by
Exactly.
You know what?
you watch the show and you study
You
the
know
show
what?
and you're a fan and you're coming off as. Let me just read her real quick because I'm not Nigerian, but I'm African too. So that hurt my feelings because I'm West African too. I'm Liberian, so that she didn't just insult.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't just insult them. She insulted all of us. To be honest.
That's right. And you
Exactly.
So
know what?
so
And
let me read her real quick. So
go
you
ahead.
sit there and she's giving me because I know Africans like this, unfortunately, that want to
Yep.
sit in white spaces. I know
Yep.
them. Or want to make white people comfortable. She really infuriated me when she did that. Like you would go there, even if you don't like Wendy, fine. Or Wendy got smart with you or whatever the case. But the fact that you will bring up a stereotype to not only Nigerians but all Africans to say like, oh yeah, they do voodoo and stuff or whatever the case is. The fact that you will bring that up to come at your Nigerian sister, you're pure trash.
You know
I
what's worse to
agree.
me? What's worse to me, Chris, is how you doing, by the way?
How are you?
I love you, baby. But not
Love you
only
too.
that, it would be one thing to me if they were both just Nigerian ladies. These are both Igbo women. Are you serious right now?
Yes.
Like that's what
Right.
was so. First of all, let me be very clear. I was excited when I first heard she was coming on the show. As soon as I heard her name, I was like, ah, Another Igbo girl. I was excited
Me
because
too.
y'all know I rep my Igbo culture to the death of me. I rep my roots to the death of me. So I was
Girl, I'm
excited.
also
I
Evo.
was like, oh my God, yes, yes, yes. So I saw her and I was like, okay, her wigs are suspect, but everybody be looking suspect they first season. Okay, girl, come on. And instead of her, just genuinely like just show us who you are. But then again, I had to check myself because after I talked to her classmate from high school, hey, hi, bye, this is exactly who she is. This is who she's been, apparently.
Mm.
And like you said, there's a lot of girls that will do that. They get around clear people and clear adjacent people,
And they
and
want to.
they're so desperate to fit in that they will insult themselves, they will lower themselves, they will validate every stereotype, they
Mm-hmm.
will help you drag and talk about their own sisters and brothers. It is
Exactly.
disgusting. And let me say this. I'm still American born and bred. I'm still a Florida girl. You know what I mean? But
A woke
because
one too, though.
but because I am born and raised here, and y'all know I get country as a sugar sandwich. And in certain settings, even if my folks from West Africa do something that's not quite cool, a lot of times I will avoid the conversation rather than to play into any stereotype or give
Exactly.
somebody something they can say or use to be derogatory, especially when we're in a situation where there's so many people that are looking for an excuse to say that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
That pissed me off so bad.
Exactly. That's why I was mad. I'm like, it's one thing people cannot mesh or don't get along, even if we are from the same place. But that's your in. That's how you get in.
That's
Your
how you
mom
do
owns
it.
a shrine. If you
Thank
would have stuck
you.
with, oh, Wendy didn't want me on the Wendy, because they were saying, oh, Wendy didn't want her on the show. I heard some. I think it came from Robin's fans, low key,
Probably.
ironically, got oh
Probably.
Wendy apparently allegedly when she was supposed to come in through Wendy, but Wendy wanted to be the only Nigerian girl on the show, so she didn't want to bring her on the show. I don't believe that Crawford. I don't believe it,
They
but
didn't even know her. So it's
that's
like,
what
how
I'm
was he
saying.
gonna
It
bring her
doesn't
on the
matter
show?
though. Like to me,
Right.
that's very petty to be truthfully. Like I'm Caribbean, and I was livid when they did that because like I can't imagine degraded an entire and the thing is she's just looking at Wendy or and her mom and stuff, but knowing
You
how
insulted a lot of people.
yeah, I felt super pissed when I
It
saw
was
it, and I was even angrier when I saw that it was two Igbo girls, to be honest, because
that
yeah,
was disgusting.
it was very
That
disgusting.
was so disgusting. But now I want y'all to look at something. Look what Lel said. Because this right here is what she's not prepared for. I hit the wrong comment right here. At the end of the day, Ike is not safe. Nika will find that out soon. Her friendship with Team Yellow won't last. It won't. And the minute
You know
that
what?
it don't, they're gonna be the first ones to let everybody know that he's over at University of Maryland buying coochie from the undergrads. They're gonna be the first ones to drag that out.
Oh
Can
yeah.
I say? I want to say something because what he is saying is true. Because when Wendy was cool with them,
Yep.
she joined them in taking down Monique. And Monique warned her,
You next.
just you wait, your turn. And now it's a Wendy takedown. So now when they bring NECA on, I'm also part Evo on my mom's side.
Okay,
But
straight up.
but what I'm saying is if NECA helps them take off Wendy off the show, they're going to then flip on her.
Yep.
They're then are going to do the same thing they did to Wendy to her and be like, well, now you're being
What about
aggressive.
Ike? Yep. But now,
What
but
about
here's
Ike?
here's the thing. This is where it's gonna be worse gossip news because they had to try to lie on Eddie. This stuff on
Hmm.
Ike. Listen,
It's
I'm just telling you what the girls at the school told me. I got
mm,
screenshots and inboxes to prove what I'm telling you. They
mm,
say that Ike is over there buying coochie at the University of Maryland from the undergrad girls now. So they had to make up a story about this mysterious white lady who can be pregnant for 2 years straight. But when it comes to Ike, oh, it might be a little bit easier to find them girls that, hell, if they'll take money to sell a little bit, they might take a little money to tell a little bit. That's all.
mm,
Hmm.
exactly.
And
If they'll
here's my
tell a little bit, they'll tell a
And,
little bit.
and that's the thing
and
where you have a you're not even trying to make us get to know you and give you a
Hmm.
you're coming in on some tribalist
No,
xenophobia
she
stuff.
wasn't
Make it
tribalist, but she's
tribalist. Yeah,
absolutely helping them be xenophobic. She's
exactly.
Right.
absolutely doing that.
And here's my thing about why I got mad about Nneka and Ashley. My great 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 grandfather is Osu.
Oh,
Mm.
So I come from a line of Osu. So
oh,
when they bring up that, I get triggered.
that's a little touchy. And see, this is the thing, and I don't want to go too deep into that because we have an audience that really doesn't have anything to do with that. Okay. But
I can
I will say
understand.
this. Yeah, I will say this. No, Brandon, not like a sugar daddy, like a John. But the issue with that, and which I said earlier, when we start dealing with ADOS black people here and even in this country, you understand me? A whole lot of
Yep.
our people who are here, you don't know who your people might have been. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
understand when you start talking about people who have been stolen, you don't know who you were stolen from. So I think that that conversation is very touchy. It's very sad. It's very disappointing. Anybody who revels in that in that topic and thinks it's cute to snicker and make these things, it's like it's not cute at all. You should really cry because you don't know whether you come from that background or not. You don't know what back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just ugly. It's
But
just ugly. I think nobody should be having that conversation. I think it's out of line. Um, and just like I shut it down quickly because hey, we got folks in the room who have no tie to that culture whatsoever. I think that that's exactly what Nanka's, the Nanka and her questionable wig should have done when Ashley tried it.
but Seanitra,
Especially, hold on, especially since she could not intelligently explain exactly what that entails. It should have never happened. Never.
my thing is right, like that is an in-depth review, right? But me personally, I'm not even tied to anything related to that kind of thing at all. But just on the strength of me being born in the Caribbean, like people throw that stuff out there off rip, and like I'm just like, just a person living my life. I can't imagine what would stoke NECA to just blow that all the way up and think that it's cute. And she's not degrading just like, oh yeah, Wendy, or oh yeah, Nigerians. Most black I'm gonna say most black people that I know that came here as kids and stuff like that, we all had to go through that. And it's just so shocking to me that she did that. And yeah, like it's a TV show, don't get too invested. Yeah, they're asking messy questions, but I hold NECA to this high standard because she professed to be a very educated woman. But to lower herself to this is just despicable, like there's no coming back.
And see, this is the thing, and I don't even want to make it about, diaspora versus continent or immigrant versus ADOS or foundational Black Americans, none of that. The bottom line is this, it's more of why would you participate in stereotypes against your own people? Period. Because Black Americans, there's a lot of stereotypes about us too. So about us on that side of things too. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that anytime any Black person chooses to participate in that sort of thing in order to fit in with non-Black people, I feel like there's a special place in hell for you, and you should really be ashamed of yourself. If you know what shame is, you should be ashamed of yourself. This was trash behavior. This was trash TV. All day long, it was trash TV. And it looks like on the next episode, she's gonna sit up there, I guess, and try to like flare up at Wendy and give it to her. I'm gonna say it to her, that type stuff. It's like you're disgusting. Like, what is wrong with you?
Get a show off in front of her pale colored crew.
Yeah,
And
sitting up
also
there.
apparently Juan is supposed to show up to the first group event.
Yeah,
He
we saw
got
that
one.
child. Juan ain't showed up in so long. When he showed up at their reasonably shady thing where all 50 people came to that event, he showed up in some dirty sweatshirt and some jeans. I was like, ew. And actually, the clip that I saw, he didn't look like he shaved or nothing. He just rolled out of bed and showed up for this one. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like he's trying to do what he can to keep her on the show and keep her interesting because we know right now he ain't got no job. And I don't really have a problem with Juan other than the fact that he ain't got no job. Juan, I need you to get a job. Y'all know how I feel about men who don't work. Juan, get a job.
Look, I need him to get a job so I can stop seeing him on my TV screen.
I mean, I don't care about him being on the screen. If I'm being honest, he can dance across the screen. He can, take it back to Beat Street, Crush Groove, whatever. But I need you to get a job. I don't, Juan don't bother me one way or the other, on the screen, off the screen. Him telling Robin and slapping that counter, I don't care. That don't bother me. We already know you don't like her. But I need you to
Mm-hmm.
get a job, sir.
And we need to stop looking at a teardown.
We
This is
do.
we really do.
Mm.
Like, at this point, Potomac is going to become just like Atlanta. It's already going down that hill.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's
We're
getting
going.
darker than Atlanta. I think it's getting darker than Atlanta too.
This season is darker than Atlanta
This is
than
way
any
This
season.
darker.
they've
Let me
been
tell you
being
something.
dark though.
Atlanta has never used, well, let me not say never. Hold on. I almost said something that wasn't true. God forgive me.
Mhm.
Atlanta had a moment where Sheree was sitting up and definitely playing the I'm gonna befriend the anti-black racist
Oh
white
yeah, that
girl
was
with
dark.
Kim.
Yeah, with
Yes.
She
Kim. Yep.
did do it. She did do it. Sheree was the first. Sheree walked so that Naka could run. Yes, she did.
Yes.
Oh
And
yeah, she was
then
encouraging that.
remember, it also reminds me when Kyle went after, what was the girl's name that was like, it was like Kyle went after someone named, it was some girl that had a pagan religion.
I don't know nothing about those people, honey. I only watch the only franchises of Bravo that I actively watch are Potomac, Atlanta, and New Jersey because they ghetto. And I do like some ghetto people.
I like ghetto people as well.
Yes. Shout out to the
Yeah,
ghetto.
never went. Atlanta got their ways, but they never went this dark.
I
Right.
mean,
And
I'm
Potomac,
sorry. It was pretty dark when Sheree was over there
Yeah, it was
bootlicking with
dark,
him.
but it does not a every. But this seems like it's a pattern. Every year is something dark.
Well, I
it's
mean,
getting darker.
I think that they're getting darker and dirtier with Potomac because they failed twice already. And it would have actually behooved them to give it up. I
Mm-hmm.
think Atlanta didn't get a chance to get that dark or that dirty because Kim, Kim couldn't keep it together long enough for it to get that dark or that dirty. If
And
Kim
they
wanted to
all.
hang in there, I think Sheree would have kept licking boots. And I think that Bravo absolutely would have let her put on a white sheet and ride on a horse and light a cross, and they would have let it go. The only reason it
See,
didn't go that far is because Kim couldn't hold herself together.
Nope, and all
You
of
know,
uh,
them got
uh,
her together,
if it
rightfully
came
so.
in like if Neka came in and was just chill, she didn't have to pick a side or anything. It'd have been so cute to just shake it up versus always the same three culprits every time. Because like you want to watch a fun show. Like one thing I love to see is Karen. Karen is the same age as my mom, and she's beautiful, holding it together. Like that kind of thing. Like just seeing everyday life is a lot more fun and pleasing than this mental gymnastics. Or like,
right.
yeah, like, or like if I don't really like Giselle, but like if she started dating and being a lot more mature and just being more realistic versus these gimmicks that we have to see all the time. Or even Robin, like if Robin stepped out of Giselle's shadow for once and stood on her own and didn't like, because I feel like even at the she shack in the city, like Robin came in the room and she said hi to everyone, and I think that's what Candace is talking about when she says that Robin's the nicer of the two. Like even that was better than when Giselle did the childish step back.
Balling up her face. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not fun. And the show could have gone
Right.
a whole different direction. We got Wendy, who's solidified. She's got a beautiful family, and then we've got Candace trying to do the career thing, and then we've got the Grand Dame looking fabulous. Like if we just went in a better or more fun direction, this show could actually be a whole lot more than what we see right now, I think.
And I
And you know
think
what?
it
I agree with you on everything but one thing. Giselle don't need to go nowhere. Giselle need to stay there and answer for her crap. Robert needs to go. Because if you pull her out of Giselle's shadow, all she gonna do is burn up in the sun. She has nothing.
She
The
does.
fact that
uh,
you got the sense to walk in a room and greet everybody, girl, I know ring doorbells can say hello. I'm not impressed. The bottom line is she needs to go. Giselle needs to be made to sit in her mess. Giselle has been full of crap, orchestrating bull crap season after season after season with not a storyline in sight.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be made to sit in her mess without Robert sitting up in there acting like a bull. We
But I
need her
don't,
and
I don't think
gone.
that production's gonna allow
Because
that.
if I'm being honest, I'm tired of every season we got to say easy, big fella to Robin. I'm waiting for her to flare up and start flaring her nostrils and growling at people this time with her wide back self.
But
And
it
that's
looks
what
like
look,
pisses me off. Another thing, like, and that's a Bravo thing. Like, that's what pissed me off. Kenya, whether you like her or not, gay storyline. Nene gay storyline. Portia gay storylines. And they all, remember season 12, Nene got episodes cut out. Portia got demoted. Kenya got demoted. And then Robin gets to come back full time. And she's a mediocre at best housewife.
But Pris, hold
right.
on, sis. Hold on. Point of correction. They had the audacity, and you know I don't like Kenya lying tail
But
worth a
she gay
flip.
storyline.
But they had the nerve to fire Kenya
Yes.
for less than what Robert did. They did not fire this hooker. They brought that unwashed heathen back to
Exactly.
lie some more.
That's
Not
what pissed
only
me
did
off.
not only did she keep her story from the screen intentionally, she then sold it behind a paywall on Patreon. Kenya Moore, whatever we may think of her, she did none of those things. But because she is clearly a phenotypically black woman, she was
Exactly.
fired. And I said last year, if they bring Robert back and there's no type of discipline for her, then they owe Kenya Moore an entire season of pay with interest.
And
What
they
they
demoted Portia too for hiding her relationship. And
But hold on. This is my thing with that. It's demoting. You still staying there. Bottom line, and we're not going to pretend like they were like they didn't want to fire Portia twice, and she was kept on the show once by Nene and Candy, and the second time by Lanithia. So I'm not even bringing Portia into this. What I'm saying is the actions that they took against Kenya Moore were discriminatory at best.
Yeah, they
At
were.
Uh,
best, they were discriminatory. And I don't like the fact that they're not addressing their discriminatory behavior toward Kenya Moore in favor of somebody like Robert Dixon, who has never brought a storyline. Kenya may have rented boyfriends, fake this, fake that.
But
She lied every other word,
but
but
she brought a storyline.
at least she attempted to bring something.
Mm-hmm.
and I want
Robert
to say
has never
this.
And she
made
could
this
spar back
attempt.
with the girls. That's the thing with Robin. Though y'all can't even read. Y'all been on reality TV shows for what 8 seasons, and y'all get Giselle always has this dumb look when they read her down at the reunion. Robin gets super aggressive. I don't care. I don't care. Like y'all been on reality TV too long. At least Kenya, Portia, used to spar back with the girls. So that
But
pisses me.
my issue is I don't even care about you sparring back. It's the fact that she does not make an effort. Season in, season out, she makes no effort to do anything whatsoever.
See,
Not,
and this
not,
is what
not hold on, not even an effort with a storyline, with a personality, with anything like that. She doesn't even make an effort to get to hide her tracks in her weave. She
Or
doesn't make
brushing
an
her
effort
hair.
for she does not make an effort even for basic hygiene. She makes no effort. You cannot tell me that a black woman could come on any Bravo franchise looking the way Robert Dixon looks, grooming herself or lack thereof the way Robert Dixon does, and that black woman would still be on that show.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna tell me that and have me believe it. Look how quick they got rid of Big Reese.
Mm-hmm.
You say what you want to say. Her wig may look like dust mops, but the heifer is clean.
She is.
She's got more money.
Mm-hmm.
She's far more of an interesting person if they actually let her tell her story.
Mm-hmm.
But they had no problem pushing out these black women. You're not gonna tell me if Ric Flair The way Ric Flair comes on that show looking, there's not one black woman on any Bravo franchise. Not one of them.
That looks
Not Married
exactly
to
like that.
Medicare, not Atlanta, not Potomac, not any of them who looks like Robert Dixon. That is the worst looking excuse for a woman that Bravo has anywhere. No black woman could get away with that.
You're absolutely right. Like, sis don't even brush her hair.
That's what I said. She's not even basic hygiene. This woman gets tracks put in, and all her tracks are showing. She has a leave out that's sticking up like alfalfa. All you see is bumps in her head, like she's hiding roaches in there. And this is acceptable.
Right.
Yeah,
And I
I
wanted
mean,
to.
like for real, like, if we're gonna talk about it, let's really talk about it. Dr. Heavenly came on there, or should I say hellishly, came on Married to Medicare, and they treated her so funky when Mariah first tried to get her on the show. No, she can't be on because she too fat. And she came in with them bad wigs. Hellishly had to go fix them beat up wigs in order to stay where she is. But then you got Robert walking around like she just took, discarded weave from the trash bin and just stitched it to her head with a staple gun or something. And nobody says a peep. The fact that people had the nerve to try to call, I remember they were trying to say that, Dr. Wendy looked like a man. When you got Robert up here that literally you can't tell me that she don't wear a jock strap. You got a whole large Hispanic gentleman with a size 15 foot like Shaquille O'Neal. But we're supposed to pretend like we don't see that big dude over there. But it's okay to degrade and make these stereotypical nasty comments toward black women. And now 3 seasons in a row, y'all have attempted a takedown of a black woman, so much so that you went and found this whitewashed wannabe from Beloit, Wisconsin, who says she's repping LA, to come in and make a bunch of nasty, xenophobic, degrading comments toward this black woman and her mother. I'm sick of Bravo.
They don't just take down the women though; they take down the men too.
But I'm talking about the men too. I'm talking about the women, because if we're gonna tell the truth, by the time they mention the man, it's only in an effort to take down the woman.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they did to Wendy. They did it to Wendy. They did it to Chris and to Karen.
Candace got a whole clear dusty. Like that in itself is got darn award winning. Like, she's the first black girl on Bravo to have a dusty clear husband. But god darn it, she did it. And they went to try to take him down like he's a player. He can't even afford to be a player.
Look, they're still trying to take him down.
They still, and he's not even bothering. And then they tried, and I've had that little fake lady that came on lying with the fried chicken and stuff. Like, then them dumb bras. Oh, I believe it. I believe he did it.
First of all, Chris, they believe it because they're the one who sent the woman over there. You talking about the lady with
the fried chicken?
You're talking about the lady with the deep slashes in her neck fat. Huh?
Yes. The one that went to Tasha K.
Yeah, with the
deep slashes in her neck fat. That one. You know what?
It'll go.
I probably shouldn't say deep slashes, because her neck more closely resembled like an uncooked roll of croissants. You know how it always has those.
That's just look. Here's my thing. I get what you and Seanitra, I agree with you 1,000% with Robin and how she does not present herself well. We have her talking about how she will be up in the house, just nothing on, while her sons are just walking around the room. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see. If I'm living with you and I'm your son, I don't want to walk through the house and see you standing there with all your things out.
Terrible.
That's traumatizing.
They're too old now for her to be doing that.
Like, they're in their teenage years. Like, don't.
Who wanted to imagine that? Like, I think everybody needed bleach eye drops just for the mental picture.
Right. And then you say it on live TV knowing that there's fans.
And even their dad low-key don't want to see it.
Right. That's why
That's
he
why
out
he's
here with
so
all
high
these
key.
other girls.
Yeah,
Look, and this is why he's always
high
out with
key.
these other women that look like younger versions of Karen.
They do. Yo, I saw that picture. She do look like she could be Karen's daughter. Then Robin's gonna her dumb stuff. Oh, do people think the girl looks like me? Are you dumb or just dumb?
No woman would look like you, Robin. No woman, no woman would actually
But
look that
but
manly
can we?
unless you got Mia.
But hold on. But can we tell the truth and shame the devil? That girl did have a little masculine twang to her, and it's given that Juan has a type. Ron, it looks like Juan likes him a little boyish now. That girl did look like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It
She
was
was a
him
pretty.
telling Robin that the woman was beautiful right in front of her face for
Yes,
me.
for me.
Yes.
The blatant disrespect.
Then her dumb stuff
When
gonna say, "Oh yeah, people said she kind of looked like me." He. Are you stupid?
look when he said that she looks beautiful right in front of her, I'm like, like Robin, your man got a type, and it ain't you.
What was funny was when he said she was beautiful, but when Robert said people say she looked like me, Juan didn't say, "Oh, y'all both beautiful." He didn't say, "Well, she kind of do
Nothing.
Left
He
her
nothing."
said,
hanging.
When she said that, Juan looked at her. Juan looked at her like she had a bird on her head when she said that.
look, one looked at her like, girl, if you don't stop playing, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that you don't look good.
Look at here, man. Robert say on her mama, on her hood, she look fly. She believed that.
Well, she don't look good, and she don't look fly.
She don't at all.
Look,
But she does
remember,
look like the nature boy Ric Flair though.
sure,
Woo!
remember that season when she had to pay her debt to the IRS, and she came in there with that horrible black wig on, talking about she's gonna go and they do role play out in public.
Oh,
Like,
that
no,
synthetic
ma'am,
wig that she
that
wore.
synthetic black wig. That if I put a flame to it, that thing would burst into
Burn.
flames.
She had her little shake and go wig.
Yes.
This girl. Nothing
Yeah,
was shaking on that wig.
you definitely could not have lit your cigarette next to that. Mm-mm.
Look, if you lit that cigarette, all you're gonna hear is a.
Exactly.
Whoosh, whoosh.
And everybody was clowning that wig because she looked crazy.
She did. She out here talking about what's my name, Natasha. Like,
Ew.
girl, you ain't no
Ew.
Natasha. You ain't no
She
Natasha.
was
Let's
giving
go.
one of those women. Some women do this, unfortunately. Like if their man cheats on a certain type of woman on them, they'll try to make themselves
They try
similar.
to look like those women.
Mm-hmm. So probably
Yep.
Juan cheated on her with a darker hair woman, so she tried to make her hair dark to see if she would sit at home.
I know they did not just call her a mud duck.
No, but she did admit to
She
remember
is.
he low key
But
called her dirty.
what's funny is like you got people, but he high key called her dirty. That's why
When
I
she said
speak
she
to that
stayed in
because
the
he
bed
know he
until
didn't smell her
12.
before I
She
had.
don't shower.
But this is the thing. She could have took a page out of Giselle's book. Jamal kept cheating with pretty brown skinned girls with nice shapes, so Giselle hates pretty brown skinned girls with nice shapes. Like it ain't gotta always be you try to imitate them. You could just hate them.
Speaking of
Oh,
Giselle, I noticed something. I don't know if y'all noticed it. I don't know because Grace looks like her more, or maybe the twins are so young, but she's always showing Grace a little bit more than those twins. Is it because they look like their father? Like I think
oh,
that I'm
yes.
like she's.
I don't think so.
I didn't want to think
I'm
that.
definitely not gonna go there. I don't think I honestly don't think that. Definitely not gonna go there. Because I can honestly say in my heart of hearts, I believe Giselle loves all of her children equally. I think Grace is older. So Grace is
Yeah.
on that screen more. And I think that's all that is. We're not gonna go there. That's
Yeah, I got
Yes.
lady loves her children now.
But can I say this, but do you think the reason why she hates Wendy and Candace because they look more beautiful than she does?
No, her
I
apparently
think that
Jamal.
I honestly, what I think, Gossip News, is that, and I said this before, but you might not have been around back then. I
I may have
think
not been.
I think Giselle's biggest issue with these pretty dark skinned girls, Monique included, who live a life that she wants to have, that she covets the kind of life that they have, and you have to recognize, whew, colorism affects everybody on the spectrum. That's why ism,
Hmm.
we're talking about a system, not just an attitude or a prejudice or a thought process. It's an actual system, right? So you have people who are victims of colorism, which are normally, for the most part, brown and darker skinned, traditionally African featured or black featured women, right? But the problem is, on the other end of that, you sometimes have women like Giselle who are black but lighter complected. They may have more admixture in them or whatever. So they feed into it. They have been lied to by that same system. They have been groomed by that same system. They have been socialized by that exact same system to believe that I am better, I am more deserving, I am above. So when they see someone who they have been conditioned to believe is beneath them and less deserving, who is clearly better than them when it comes to finances, education, family, marriage, all these other things, I think it challenges her norms. It challenges everything that she's been socialized to believe should be hers just by virtue of her being yellow. And it didn't pan out. And I think that has a lot to do with why she's so bitter, because all that yellow that she was socialized to believe made her more deserving and better than and above. It got her nothing but a she shed in the woods with an obstacle course.
Exactly.
That's what it
Hmm.
got her. And on top of that, it got her married to a man who continually cheated on her with women who she believed were less than her in her own
Exactly.
mind. And so, like, I talk about color, and I don't like the kind of stuff they do. I jokingly call them Team Yellow, but if we're going to be honest, colorism did them no favors. It did them no favors. So when you start talking about a system like colorism, understand nobody wins.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wins. Not the darker girls who are systematically disenfranchised and mistreated and overlooked and erased, and not our lighter sisters who are socialized to believe a fallacy, oftentimes fetishized, and sometimes attacked, and because they're being objectified by men who uphold the system. So colorism doesn't do favors to any black women. Let's be very clear. And she's as much of a victim as the darker women that she tries to impose that system on. What's sad is she's not intelligent enough to understand that.
Hmm.
That's the sad
And
part.
that's why at the reunion, when Candace was trying to explain what she meant, she had this look of, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, you have
But
to
then
look at
again,
who her father was, a known colorist, referring to a
Yeah.
black woman as Aunt
That's
Jemima.
Jemima. Yeah, I remember
oh,
So
the
the
yep.
fact
politics.
that no, not about the mama, it was what he said about a known public figure.
Politician or something.
Referred to the young. I'm not gonna do that because that's a whole other thing. Y'all
Oh,
go
okay.
follow Ty's Hot Mess History. She's got the whole documentary over there. But
Okay.
he was known to make colorist statements and referred to a black woman as Aunt Jemima. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When we're talking about systems like colorism, these are things that are socialized into people. These are things that people are taught. She learned that at home. Daddy Graves taught her everything she needed to know about colorism and why a darker woman can be referred to as Aunt Jemima and why she's somehow better and more desirable and more respectable just by virtue of her not being phenotypically an African black woman. So, like I said, we're talking about a system. This is not just about attitudes and personalities. This is a system, and that's why those of us who have paid attention, studied, and watched this thing play out over the many decades, that's why we refer to colorism as the little sister of racism, because without
Mm-hmm.
one, there could never be another.
Exactly.
So these are not, and I said it last season and the season before, these are not conversations that we can have in 10 minutes and have everybody understand what's what. But if we're gonna
Right.
talk about it, we got to talk about it in an intelligent fashion, and we got to make that the norm, because that way people who are listening in and hear things, they'll understand exactly where we're coming from, and we're not just lashing out at people. Oh, she's light skinned. No, it's because she is lighter complected, and she's playing into a very dangerous
Mhm.
and degrading system for all Black women, and she's actually harming herself too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why she's so bitter. That's why she's so angry.
Because she believes in her beliefs, and that she feels like as the years she's kept on playing into it, it hasn't worked in her favor. Her
Yeah.
Right.
husband still
What?
cheated on her.
She's in her 50s, right?
And
Giselle.
she's still where
She.
she is, and she sees these women that she thinks are beneath her that are living far better than her. She felt like she saw Monique from the time Monique said, "Honey, I got 4 houses." She was
Jesus.
vexed in her soul because it was in her mind that should have been me.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been
When
me.
Wendy, when Wendy
Candace
came
can walk
on and
around
talked
there.
about,
When Candace can walk around there being a brat and switching around the place, well, it don't matter because my mommy got money. You know
Mm-hmm.
that in her mind that should have been me.
Her mommy and her dad got
But
money.
what I'm saying is, she looked at that woman, that young woman who is plenty younger than her, young enough really to be her kid if she'd have had her as a teenager, and she's
hmm
irritated because the way this girl was carrying on, because Candace was horrible when she first, oh, she was a spoiler, rotten, horrible thing. I didn't like that at all. But she's watching this girl and hard down envious because that's not her story. She couldn't prance around like the belle of the ball or mommy and daddy's little princess and talk about generational wealth because she ain't got none.
Mm.
And she was upset about it. And then in walks Dr. Wendy, like, I need to use you to go after Monique and help with this pile on. But look at you, you over there with your pretty, perfect chocolate family with your
And
lawyer
your man
husband,
that
you and
actually
your
loves you.
PhD,
And she's
and your
beautiful.
family is
She's
wonderful. Your big, expensive, already put together house, not a do-it-yourself she shed, and the envy pricked her again.
and prestige.
and don't forget about them 4 degrees.
4 degrees.
degree,
Like
and her
Yeah,
husband that's actually supportive of her and always with
and
her
in
hmm
love with her. That
and
man,
in love with
let me
her
tell
and
y'all
love his
something.
family.
When Eddie sat there and helped Wendy get in that dress that was too tight and helped her get in and out that car because she could barely sit down, I was
Mhm.
tickled. I say, boy,
hmm
Giselle would never know what it's like.
Look, at least Eddie don't have go outside of his marriage in a church having holy unholy babies.
Yes. All those
But the thing is,
pictures.
but when it comes to Eddie, we don't even have to say at least he don't. That boy does everything right as far as we can see. If he does something,
hmm
he must be snoring and not putting his clothes in the hamper because he's clean as a whistle on the outside.
Exactly.
That's right.
Now he
And
may
that
be doing those
smile
things.
is.
He may be doing those things in the house because I can tell y'all a moment of transparency. Daddy pisses me off. He don't remember to put that seat down. I have to constantly say put the clothes in the hamper, not hanging with the hamper. Okay, there's a snoring issue. There's a snoring issue. Yes,
Look,
but
Too,
look.
right?
as a lady, I can tell you we would rather deal with those issues because those are normal issues than than rem dingaling. Like nobody wants to deal with that.
But the thing is, right? Like Giselle is known all over um America as the woman who's dealt with past the holy whore, whereas like Wendy really a political pundit on our TV. She's who we go to for news, reputable source. Like she is that girl, and that's what Giselle can't stand. Like that's why she
Yep.
wants to, you know, break something apart.
hmm
So strong, like has so many pillars. She has her family. She has her mom, beautiful kids, beautiful body, beautiful husband, beautiful marriage. Take anyone away, and she's got the rest. And that's why Giselle's really mad. She would put more energy towards Wendy because she just could never compete with Wendy on any stage except for if the two of them are in front of Andy for some reason. And just Wendy can leave the show tomorrow and still be a household name and will be remembered. Giselle is someone that people just do not gravitate to for the most part, or the people that do like her
they like her in this one bubble for as a gimmick in the show, but her real life it's just sad. Like, could you imagine just waking up in the day? And the thing is, her and Robin aren't even really good friends because Robin's home is beautiful.
Yeah,
That
I'll give Robin that. Her house is nice.
beautiful. And then you know what I thought was really petty? Robin doesn't go over there and help Javelle with the barn ever. And Robin is supposed
First
to
of
be
Mm.
all, okay. Now hold on. Now I gotta defend Robert. I gotta defend Robert.
Wait, you're gonna defend Robert?
Absolutely not. We're not doing that to Robert because when Robert was over there in that townhouse and Robert had all them decorations up in there, Giselle came in there being shady as hell. Ooh, Robert, you did all this and fanning her fingers around like she doing spirit fingers. She did not help Robert when Robert wanted to flip houses. She didn't help Robert stage them houses. What she did was show up at an open house and tried to pick a fight with Monique and almost ruin that girl's open house. Robert ain't never been
Mm-hmm.
supportive
But you
to
know
that girl. Hell,
the thing
she
about
had the nerve. Hold on, Hattie. She had the nerve to go ring shopping with Juan and help him pick out a Morganite ring. Robert don't owe Giselle a goddamn thing. Giselle is out there in her she shed. She was proud of her little do-it-yourself she shed put together with a nail gun and some glue and duct tape and the E6000. And she need to stand in that. That is not Robert's fault.
Not
No,
that she
I will
said
not
with
put that
no.
on Robert. No.
they're not good friends and it shows because even when not me calling her Robert, even when Robert the townhouse, to be honest, her small townhouse really did look nice. That's why like I could tell like Robin does have really good taste when it comes to the decor. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
First off,
Wait.
but Robert came from a house where her parents are professionals, and so she had
Mm-hmm.
probably she grew up seeing decent things or whatever. And now I ain't gonna front, the townhouse looked it thrifted in a mug, but it was neat, and she kind of had tried to put it together the best way she could. Giselle didn't really have her back and say, "Girl, let me back you up on this." No, she did not. She came in there and say, "Ooh, Robert, you did all this." So
I
no,
know.
Robert don't owe her to help her. Did
I
she
didn't
help
say owe
Robert?
her. I think
No.
Robin gets
When
her
that
due.
man went ring shopping, she didn't say, now Juan, you know darn well you better not buy my friend no Morganite ring. No, she said, oh, it's nice.
Like I feel like
She's not
Robin got
nice to Robert. She just uses Robert as the muscle.
to get ahead. Yeah, but remember
On
those
the show.
the pink and red chairs that Giselle used to have in the barn before it was painted over? I was like, oh my gosh, like I would never let my friend go on TV like that. Just out sad.
First of all, you can't tell Giselle nothing. Giselle is naturally tacky. She went and stole all that furniture from Pee Wee's Playhouse and slapped it in there, trying to show off. And
Oh.
then she had that kitchen with all that little checkerboard chef stuff from Family Dollar. I seen it all through the projects. I know it when I see it. It's always the little clear dude chef, and they have black and white checkerboard. And she had all that little cheap stuff from Family Dollar in her kitchen, and I saw it. I did. But Robert had nothing to do with her going to get them replicas from Pee Wee's Playhouse. Nothing.
No,
Nothing. While she talking about the East Wing and the West Wing, girl, that wasn't even a bird. That was roadkill. Wasn't no wings there.
I really get embarrassed.
Yeah, he LEL talking about you forgot Giselle saw that BS one ball. Yeah, she saw it. She went with him. And let him buy a Morganite
That's funny.
ring for your wear that Christmas wrapping paper to that party for him to propose to her.
Oh yeah, she did wear that. And then Michael was mad.
Michael.
Look, I'm sorry, but when you said
Michael
she said,
was outdone because he knew everything Juan had said about that girl. So he was like, I know god darn well my homie is not finna propose to this girl. I know. And I still believe Michael,
mm-hmm,
because we guess what we still ain't seen? A marriage certificate. Guess what we still ain't
and
seen? So until they produce that
a
marriage
divorce.
certificate, I'ma say that Michael Garvey was right. Ain't no you can't
Mm-hmm.
divorce somebody you ain't married to.
Until they show me a marriage certificate, Michael Dark Crocodile Dundee, the colonizer was correct.
The thing about it, like you would feel bad if like Robin was a nice person all the time, but I just can remember every single time she was just nasty towards
He's never a
Wendy.
nice
When-
person.
Yeah, I cannot disagree with you on that.
exactly when she
I'm
was
trying to tell you that was a hot mess. That was a hot mess. Giselle ain't never had that girl back. Ever.
yes she did. 'Cause Giselle has just had
Ever.
problematic.
Not
Like
one of my girlfriends, guys, could have said, not one of them could have came to me and said, Nitra, help me go ring shopping for your sister, and I would have let them pick up a Morganite ring. Ain't no way in hell. I'd have called
Mm-mm.
her from the store. Girl, if he proposed, say no. He bought.
Look. I actually did have one of my friend's boyfriends propose to her, and he picked out this topaz ring. I called her. I said, "You know what? I'm sorry." He told me to tell you. He's getting ready to propose to you. He got you a topaz ring. Say hell to the no and keep running for the hill. They did not get married.
Well, now, but I will say this in all fairness. Now, when it comes to topaz, there are some topaz that are quite costly. So it would really depend for me which one you bought. But Morganite, my darling, Morganite,
it's the Morganite
Morganite.
after thing, Morganite after world like global embarrassment. Like,
First off, for me, it was the Morganite on the Marry Me for a Second Time.
that's true. I forgot about that. The second marriage, like it already crumbled the first time, and then the second time you bring me a fake ring. Like, what are you?
Exactly. But she
Yeah.
took it, was all happy about it. So
And every time she's like, "We gotta go raise these kids, Robin." Like they're like homeboys living together.
her roommate.
Yeah,
I know, but
trashy,
I also
just
feel like
trashy.
she probably doesn't tell like Charisse and all of them about it because they should have been already like we figured out that this is an arrangement just by watching them. They see these people in person. They should have known. You've never seen Juan like sneak off and rub Robin's shoulders or nothing, and they're acting surprised and stupid when stuff came out in the news. Like, come on now. But I felt like it was all to save face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in
Look,
Big Reese, in Big Reese's defense, Big Reese was really trying to relate to her and telling her, like,
Yeah,
girl, I know what you're doing. I know that you're trying to give excuses so you can hang in there or whatever. And I think
I did
that
the
she was
same
letting her
thing.
know, like, I did the exact same thing. And that man still walked off and left me high and dry. When Charisse came on, we knew Eddie wasn't with her no more. We knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But
mm-hmm.
she was still playing the role and not bad mouthing and not calling it out, hoping that he would change his mind and help her save face. And he still hung her out to dry.
I
And
think he
she
waited.
as much as said that, hold on. She as much as said that during that Team B meeting over there in Giselle's obstacle course. She told her, like, girl, I did all of those things and he still ran off. So
Yes.
Big Reese was really keeping it real with her.
And trying to be a friend.
Ashley and Giselle were talking around things and being
Mhm.
full of crap and not being real. And when I went through when people were talking about Michael No Child, when Michael was out there whole hopping chasing men, women, cats, dogs, chickens, monkeys, and squirrels. Now that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Big Reese was the only one that kept it real with her.
Yeah, I
Look,
appreciated that.
The only
and
one. And what was so sad about that? Robert was not being real, but Reese was really trying to help her out, was really talking to her. And then Robert had none of that energy until she went back and talked to Juan after Juan shut her down and hit her with that I don't care. All of a sudden, she got to go back to make sure that she displays that energy to them. It's like, girl, you making a fool out of yourself. If you that scared that he's gonna tell people y'all not together, let him tell them. Let him tell them.
mm-hmm.
I mean, what's the worst he can do? Out it. He can tell everybody y'all not together. So what? We already know.
I
Go
don't. It's
ahead
the
and
blatant.
snatch the
I
band-aid.
don't care. Like
Look,
you.
I
Yeah,
feel like Giselle knows.
Of
I
course,
feel.
Giselle knows.
Giselle's doing.
Giselle was trying to play a fake relationship with her ex-husband. So yeah, she knows about being fake and all that.
Giselle trying to play a fake relationship with a homosexual juvenile boy right now on this show.
Oh my God, I didn't want to say it, but a lot of people peeped that. I didn't know. I just thought he was just super young, but a lot of people say he looked like he. And then someone I was watching another YouTuber's channel say they said he might not even like black women. To be honest,
I don't
on his
like
IG
no
page was
women.
white.
That young, first off, that young man don't like women at all. I'm sorry. I've been alive too long, and my eyes work well. You understand me? That young man is trying to do a favor for Giselle and for Bravo, the producers, because I think he's trying to help his career. Now, I'm not mad at that, but it is awkward to watch.
I actually did meet him once.
Well, what you got? Tell us what you know, because we guessing.
He's definitely not into. He's definitely not into Giselle.
Mm-hmm.
I actually did kiss him.
Ooh.
Ooh. Tell it now.
Okay, look. I actually went up to Potomac to go see what Potomac was all about. I met him out there.
Mm-hmm.
We actually had like lunch and we were talking. I said, "So you and Giselle are together?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm only doing it as a favor. I'm not really into her." And in a moment of weakness, I reached out
How
and I
long ago
kissed him
was
on the
this?
lips. It was back like
How long
last
ago was
summer.
this?
Like last
So
like
last summer
the
is when you had an interaction with him. Okay. So what? Let me ask you this. Hold on. So what was he doing in Potomac? Because she claimed he stay in New York.
well, apparently he told me he was coming to visit Giselle.
Maybe they were filming.
Oh.
She's yeah. They were he was already down in Potomac with Giselle next and ankles.
Maybe they were filming. That's why he was down there.
They were probably filming because but I met him down there.
So now let me ask you this, because you kissed him, but did he kiss you back?
Wow.
And
he did
I
kiss you back.
said he kissed me back. And I sit there for a few. I was like,
in public?
In public.
Woo. Are you close to his age or
so y'all were like at a cafe? Were y'all eating al fresco? Were y'all inside?
No.
Give me details.
We were inside. We were eating like I had myself a salad, he had himself like a burger. So it was like a restaurant. We were inside, we were at a booth, like in the far back to where no one really saw us. And I was just talking, I was talking to him. I'm like, yeah, me and him are like almost the same age. Because I turned 25 and I turned 25 next year. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're the same age.
So, okay, so at least I know my eyes work because I'm not like, child, please, I've been around and I know what I was seeing. I'm like, this baby is not attracted to women.
No.
I felt that too, but I didn't want to like prejudge or assume.
I didn't judge it. I'm just saying what my eyes see. Now I can't speak for nobody else's eyeballs, but I can speak for what my eyes saw.
Yeah, I felt that too. I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. I saw that too, and then other people said it too. He looks like he's maybe,
It wasn't just a look; it was the way he looked at her. His level of discomfort. Because even if a young boy is like, "All right, Granny, like watch out," it's just the way he reacted to her. Like everything about that energy said, "This baby is not attracted to women." And that's okay. But I'm like, I know what I'm seeing. Like, this child is not attracted to women. What are they trying to shove down our throats here?
This fake relationship.
attracted to women. I got that he wasn't attracted to the
Her.
person. He's like
There's a difference, baby. See, this is where I'm trying to help y'all out, okay? Even if a man is not attracted to that particular woman, the way he reacted when she reached and touched him, that's not the way a man reacts when a man is attracted to women. That
Right.
baby is not
older.
attracted to women.
Yeah, like that's possible.
I feel
No,
like
I know what my eyes saw. I'm not crazy. Y'all listen, y'all
look,
can try to fool me. I know
look,
what I saw.
I know guys who are gay since I am one of them. Well, I was technically I was bi at one point that I turned gay. Yes, how he reacted when she touched him,
Thank
he
you.
is not in love with her. He is not. He's doing it
He was he's
Of
not
course,
attracted at all.
Of course.
yeah,
because
but
he's. I'm gonna tell you why I think he's doing it. One, he's definitely gonna do it for a paycheck because you're getting on a housewife show. If you're
And
on a
Barbara
housewife
Parker is
show,
telling the truth. That baby is doing that for his career. Bravo
yes,
is trying to prop Giselle up because Andy and them want to keep Giselle in the spotlight. They're trying to make her be that girl. They steady trying to make fetch happen, and it's not happening. So this is a way for Bravo to secure him and be like, okay, you do this for us, and we got your back.
mhm.
Period.
yes,
That baby was not attracted to her. Let me tell you something. I'm a woman. I've been one a long time here. From the time I showed up January 31st, all them many moons ago. Okay. And even if you're older and a young man sees you like as a mama or auntie, or they like, come on, auntie, quit playing. There's a way they respond when we touch them. And the
hmm
way that baby responded, he kind of flinched. He tensed up. And I saw it in his facial muscles, his neck, everything. He tensed. I said, that baby don't like women.
Mm.
nope.
Mm-mm.
Me,
Nope.
Ooh, and Seanitra, my birthday is right before your birthday.
What, you the 30th?
No, I'm January 6th.
Oh,
that's
then you not right before me. You a whole Capricorn.
I'm a whole
But
Capricorn, but I'm a Capricorn, but we this is why we get along.
she's
but
a
I'm just keeping it real. That baby, not the way he responded. No, 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 no.
hmm
Because
Look, and that
I have young people around me here and there, and I might reach and grab them on the cheek. Hey, sugar. Hey, whatever. They never jump like that. The way that baby, I say, Giselle, stop.
yeah.
look, but the way he was kissing me, he definitely ain't into. He ain't definitely not into women.
Child.
Mm. What you
Mm.
say? Shakira say the hips don't lie. You say the lips don't lie.
The lips don't lie. The lips
Well,
said,
Lord.
"I have kissed many men before."
Child.
Oh,
Oh, I feel bad. I feel bad for
I
him.
feel bad. I
Like,
feel
why
bad
you
for
feel
him.
bad for him? He's making a career decision. Let me tell you
but
something.
Right.
Once you're an adult, okay, let's have this combo. Once you're an adult, you make decisions that best suit you. If you decide that pretending, pretending to be attracted to somebody will benefit your career, and this is what you would like to do, and it's a you scratch my back, I scratch your back. If it's transactional, whatever it is, that's your choice.
that's
So
not.
it's not for him. He is fully aware of what he's doing. He made a decision and he's comfortable with that decision. Now, he may not be comfortable with Giselle and her stiff gyrations, but he's comfortable with his decision. So I'm never going to say poor you, because when we start doing that and we start infantilizing people as though they don't have a right, or they're not competent enough to make decisions as to what is best for them, that's problematic. He has every right to make that decision. It's not poor him. Go you. I feel like that's a tough spot. You got a strong stomach there, son. But never poor
I
you.
about like finding out about him kissing out in public and stuff. Like we wouldn't have known that. So that's what I feel bad about. Like,
See, I feel bad for saying it out on public.
yeah.
I mean, he already
Like,
Not
kissed you
the
in
gossip.
public. First
Like
of all, once you do something in public, you do not have an expectation of
no
privacy.
gossip.
Anyone in that restaurant could have taken a picture.
Like
That
gossip.
is
right.
You can tell your truth. That's not what I'm saying. Um
Oh,
because these yo lips, you could tell the world if you want to. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying like I feel bad that, and granted, I don't watch any of the other Bravo shows about that guy. Um, but I do feel bad that like he's just on TV and he's just trying to play a part to help out Giselle, and all his whole life is just coming under question just by being near her. She's like, I don't know, I just feel bad for him. And that
Now, can we be real? He is, again, an adult. He's aware of how reality TV works because he's on a reality TV show. And I'm sure he's full well that once you're on a reality show, that any of your private business can come out to the public. So again, how can it be poor you when you are signing up for this environment and these type of shenanigans?
so he's um fluid in his public life. Like I don't know him, so I'm just asking.
Like,
I
I don't
mean,
know either.
it was already being said. I think he was saying that he went both ways. I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
Is that how you say it these days? Is it
he said
bisexual?
that.
Is it?
That's
Yes, bisexual. He's
Yeah, that's
bisexual.
the way he posits himself. So this isn't a
Right.
secret. It's not
yeah.
like whatever.
I
And let's be
said
very clear. Hold on. Even if let's just say that he wanted to present himself as a completely heterosexual male, which is his right because nobody has to tell anything. But once you decide to go on a reality show, you already know you're signing up for people to dig into who you are because you're presenting what's supposed to be reality. So if you are
Hmm.
on television presenting what's supposed to be reality and people decide to dig and see if what you're calling reality is actual reality, then it's never going to be poor you. Because if you're on television and you're supposed to be giving reality, make sure you're doing that because somebody's going to look for it.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Right. And I
Like, I don't
think that,
baby people. I don't believe in that. It's the same thing with politicians. Perfect example. I want to say this was last week or maybe the week before. There was a politician in, I think it was Alabama, who had been cross dressing as a woman. And he begged the media outlets not to tell it, and they told it. And then he did self harm. Y'all know the S word that ends in I. And people were
yes.
like, oh, the blogger should be arrested. No, the hell they shouldn't. When you step into the public eye and decide to be a politician, a celebrity, a musician, whatever you decide to do, you made yourself a public figure. That means the public can look into you at any time, even those of us here on YouTube. We come out here and run our big mouths. You made yourself a public figure. So make sure you keeping it real because anybody can go dig and look to see if what you say you are is exactly what you are. See, if you want to be private, then you have to keep your whole life private, meaning stay in your house, stay in your lane, and mind your business.
Right. And I think that's the thing because even Ashley came out when Ashley was on the show. She brought up her sex life, and it's like you bring your relationship on the show is going to get questioned. And for Giselle, she's brought many men on the show, and none
Many,
of them have worked out.
many.
Well,
yeah, many men.
okay, well okay. So
You
she
had it
brought.
right, gossip in the city. Many.
Wait, no, wait. Okay, no. Let me rephrase that. She brought her ex-husband.
And
She brought the
Sherman
guy
Herman.
Sherman,
and this young boy.
and now this one. Okay, so she had three.
And the other
I
guy
thought.
from
I thought.
I liked
I
her
thought
mom.
it was the fourth one. I thought it was the fourth one, but I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. No, the
Okay,
other
so it's
guy,
just three.
Steve, the yellow bald headed dude, Steve. She showed him, but she didn't really bring him on the show, so I can't count him. But no, she ain't
I
brought no
can't
many
count them
men
either.
There was
now.
a nice guy that she didn't date. She should have definitely gone with that nice guy. He would have treated her so well.
How do we
Hmm.
know the
He's
nice guy wanted to go with her?
exactly.
He came on TV and wanted to date her, and she
Who's
didn't.
Sherman?
No,
No.
there
Oh,
was one that she said wasn't tough enough.
oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember him. They went on a date.
But we don't know what went on behind closed doors. He could have
That's true.
initially wanted to date her. We don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, that is
No,
true.
he wanted to date her, and she turned him down. So she says. But my thing is like, look how going for the tough guy worked out for you. Like, your
Hmm.
food is dry, and you're on TV in a barn. Like, I mean, sorry, but you know what I mean. Like,
Mm-hmm.
ugh. So gossip was right when he said many. I'm with the many gossip.
because we're pure over
I'm
here.
not with the many. We haven't seen a parade of men with Giselle.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
joking. By the way, I
okay,
don't
look,
Yeah,
okay,
that's what
It
I'm
look.
was a
saying. Giselle
few.
ain't, if we being fair,
Mhm.
to her,
I,
True.
Giselle has not brought no many men on this show.
She
no,
brought,
no,
I only
Now
know Sherman. The one
Kenya
guy.
has.
I
huh?
only remember she brought Jamal, of course, Sherman, the one guy, and now this guy. So it was like three or four, right?
I don't even think
Uh,
all like
Yeah,
really.
because somebody asking you out is not bringing them on the show.
Yeah.
The bald headed
true.
dude, Steve, she didn't bring him on the show. She just said he's somebody she's been knowing for years. The only
Mhm.
people we can honestly say now, Portia done brought quite a few now. We gonna keep it real. But Giselle ain't brought no many men. We
She
can't
brought a,
do that to her.
Oh,
yeah,
Nikki,
she only brought three or
I'm not
four on the show.
this. I'm joking. Like with the many. I don't mean that she's actually been ran through because she's
Okay.
or
Look,
but
she can't get ran through because
I'm
she
saying more
is
than one.
bothered.
What did you say?
If she's bothered.
Look, she can't
But
be getting
we
ran
can't
through.
do that. But no, gossip news, that's not fair either. That's not fair.
Okay, true,
And hold
true.
on, and I'm gonna tell you why that's not fair. Number one, we're not gonna pretend like men are such discriminating characters because the average man would screw a hole in the sand on the beach. So if she wanted to be ran through, there would be nothing that prevented that. If she's not doing that, it's because she's choosing not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because having a man sleep with you is not a flex. Like literally, most men will sleep with absolutely anything. If a cockroach had a big booty, they'd screw that too. So that's not a flex. So we're not gonna say, oh,
Okay.
she could get ran through. If she wanted to be out there being Horella, she could.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God that we haven't heard any reports of her doing that because that's very tacky and unseemly because she is somebody's mama. But
I
Mhm.
we're
think
not
Look
that
where
gonna
we
keep it
got.
real.
Look where we got Mia on the show, telling all her business.
me is the different story.
Mia
Yeah.
came in the door letting y'all know that she do her thing for a fee. And and let's
Thanks.
be honest, I don't have a problem with that either. If
No.
that's what you choose and that is your life and you're being
Mm-hmm.
honest and you're not being deceitful about it. I don't know. I don't believe in knocking nobody for their choices or acting like it's a flex to have a man or a man is something great to have. Usually a man ain't nothing but a headache and a lot waiting to happen.
True, but like we're gonna attack Giselle for this because she keeps attacking others, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why. Like I find this quite petty of me to just
Right.
Giselle. Like
Well, I feel
Wait.
I'm with you on that. Like she does attack people's marriages, but like to be honest, nobody can really reciprocate. She doesn't have a marriage for anybody to attack. She doesn't have anything there. Like
I
there's
wonder if like she
Right.
did the
it's a blank spot.
you know how they did on Atlanta the fortune teller and the guy told Sharita she would never remarry. I
Oh,
wonder if they did something like that on Potomac, if they would say the same thing about poor Giselle.
mm.
Look. Look at
I
this
remember
point.
that was funny, and it absolutely aged. It didn't age well for Sheree because she was like, "I think I'll get married." You know how she does that warbling like a turkey
But
thing. She does.
everything the man said came true. Cynthia did get another husband, and that Candy's husband was following her all along. Like that guy was pretty
Oh, that was
truthful.
when they took their Africa trip, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
well, I mean, like in all jokes aside, a lot of soothsayers are correct. Like that's
Mhm.
cool. But like I said, like to me, like with Sheree, that didn't age well because of her response to it. But I just
Mm-hmm.
feel like I don't know, just that whole thing of oh, you're not gonna get married, you ain't got a man, stuff like that's so it's dated to it's played to a certain
No,
degree.
but it's fun for me to be
Right.
petty about it because I feel like that's the one thing she really wants. Like when I look at Giselle as a woman, like through the crap that I see on TV, I genuinely believe that woman wants a man. That's the reason why she really gets bothered when other people have relationships and they're happy. Like I,
You think
Right.
that's what Giselle wants? I don't see that in
yeah,
her.
she doesn't
I
give me
really
that.
don't.
No, Seanitra, she does not give me. I can do bad all by myself up in this barn. No, she gives me that she wants to have somebody.
And Tanisha, I'm gonna say
You know what?
this.
Let me be honest, S. I don't get that from her either. I don't think that she wants to do bad all by herself in the barn. I love that, by the way. I'm gonna be using that for a while now, okay? But What I do believe that she wants is stability and finance. She wants a soft life. That is what Giselle wants. I
And
don't think she wants romance because she seems very emotionally immature. I don't think she's looking for a real connection. I think that's why she was so hurt about the crap with Sherman because she was already counting the dollars. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
Monique came and threw a monkey wrench in that. She wants money and comfort and a soft life.
Check
That's
it
not
Right.
necessarily
out.
a husband. If Giselle could get that money without a man, she would do it. If
Right.
in her mind, I think that when she sees ladies who have what she perceives to be a soft life or that stability of having a partner, I think that's what she's after. I don't think it's necessarily like a focus on a man,
and you
but I
know what
think
was
it's a
really
focus on a lifestyle that she knows that she cannot provide for herself.
you know what was
And I
really
wanted,
her and Robin shared a bed at the Best Western.
Yeah,
And
at Andy's baby shower.
yeah,
oh yeah, also when they went on that trip at to Wendy's B&B, they
yeah,
also shared a bed.
yeah, grown women, not in college, splitting ramen noodles and splitting the bed. Like that is crazy to me. It's only $100. Like I would rather not pay a bill and just like cover myself than put myself on a reality TV show about the what lifestyle of the rich and the wealthy and splitting the bed with the she man of called Robin. You know.
I mean, now when you say
Look,
it like that, then I guess I understand. Because I guess
look,
like in that setting when it's about, who has it and who doesn't have it, and the
Mhm.
fact that they try to talk about people's finances when both of them are really like scratching and surviving, okay? And hanging in the child line, good times.
look,
Then it does look bad for sharing a
Look,
room.
I
Like
used to work in a
because
call.
if we telling the truth, I'm full grown. If me and my best girlfriend run out of town and we just gonna be there overnight, if I got a room, I'm not gonna tell my sister, girl, Toya, you better get a room. Girl, you can stay over here. You know what I mean? Like I would never look at it that way. But when you put it like that about the type of a platform that they're on, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Sure. I used to work in a
look.
call center, and about 5, 6 years ago. And when my friends and I went to Atlanta, we did not sleep on a bed together like that. We had, at worst, when times were tough, because this is early 20s, we had one person per bed. We did not share a bed together.
Yeah,
At
Yeah, I don't know
like,
about the sharing the bed stuff.
but
Like if it's
double
a
bed.
Mm-mm,
double bed,
mm-mm.
if
That's
it's a
fine.
double bedroom or something, but then at the same time, most of us are regular folks. Like if it's just an overnight thing, am
mhm.
I gonna tell one of my very good girlfriends? Because some of my friends I've been friends with over 30 years. Those are my sisters. I'm not finna tell my sister, you better get your own room. Girl, you can stay here. Don't you pay for no room here.
But they're
Because
cold.
Nope, nope,
I'm
nope.
sorry.
I
I
disagree.
sleep with
I'm
you.
I'm just I'm just telling you that me and my sisters, we don't act like that with each
Yeah.
other. We could care
Y'all
less.
friends, Seanitra, they met each other on a reality show just not that long ago.
But
They,
that's not true. They knew each other before they got on that show. Don't do that.
I didn't think so. I thought Robin knew Charisse,
You're
and
right.
that,
Robin knew Sharice, and you're right. And Sharice introduced those two. But I still think they knew each other before they got on that show.
I do because they clicked very fast.
I think they knew each other before they got on that show.
well, we know why they clicked fast.
Because they
Be-
both
They're
trashy.
No,
But
because
that's
they're
neither
both
here nor there.
had a crush on the
they're
other.
both they're trashy. They're light skinned and they have green eyes.
No, one
The
has a crush
green.
on the other.
Oh, oh yeah. There's been this. There
One is
was a
very
rumor about
attentive of the other. Yeah,
A
that
rumor about what
Robin
now?
has.
Y'all finish the
There's a
thought.
rumor. There's a rumor about the fact that Robin has a crush on Giselle.
right. Giselle doesn't have a crush on. She does not have a crush on Robin. She just likes the attention because
Yes,
Robin is the give her that attention.
yep, and Robin is thirsting for Giselle's love.
Now, why would y'all say that?
Because Robin gets in beast mode anytime y'all come near Giselle. She's got that.
Look, also the fact that they have done weird things together.
How do you know
They
that?
because see, remember the season 7 reunion when they all were sharing a bed and they talked about well maybe another story happened.
I remember
That came,
a bed.
that
No,
came,
I do
that
remember them sharing a bed at some point, and I was like, "What
yes,
is happening?"
And then when Andy asked them that question, Robin said, "Okay, maybe a nail spooning happened."
Ooh, so.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember that spooning comment. That's weird. Now that's weird. Now
it,
that's abnormal. But two sisters in a room, I could care less about that. If that's your sister, who cares? Because most of us, if we keeping it real, if you hanging with your sisters, y'all ain't even being careful when y'all changing clothes. Girl,
Oh no,
bra.
no.
Child,
but
help me
then,
put my wig on. Like we are not that persnickety.
Exactly. I'm the
then again, you did have Mia and Jacqueline doing their thing, so we
Well,
can't
but that's
judge.
something different when you talking about people showering together. That's odd. But if you
Yeah.
got sisters that are staying together and y'all calling yourself besties like that, you are not gonna be like, "Ooh, I can't sleep in the same room." Nobody's doing that.
But that it was
Nobody's doing
the
that.
room nature. I remember, and maybe I need to fact check, but I remember them talking about sharing a bed. Like I
Yeah, it was in season 6
But what I'm
reunion.
saying is, to me,
mm-hmm,
if it was just they stayed on the same bed, who cares?
Hmm.
Or
no,
maybe,
Hmm.
it's
or excuse, or and I will say disclaimer. Maybe that's just very West African of me. Like it's just not that deep.
if
Yeah.
But
you're friends, yeah, not all.
mind you, spooning is another matter altogether. Like that's when you lost me. When you started spooning, now
Look,
wait just a darn minute. Like it's not uncommon to stay on the same bed. Who cares? You're sleeping. You're not playing naked twister. You sleep. But the spooning is a thing. That's a
look,
problem.
Oh, I never heard
look,
spoon. I
I
was
Oh,
heard,
no. I heard spooning.
I heard
I
soon because
heard
it
it
came out
too.
of Robin's mouth.
Yeah,
It
I heard
came right
spooning.
out of Robin's
She said,
mouth.
"Oh," and she made like a joke. Hey, hey, maybe some spooning happened. Hey, like they were cuddling or whatever.
Yeah.
And I looked at, when I heard that, I said, "Robin, are you telling me that you and Giselle are in a secret lesbian relationship
And
and you
people been
still trying to get
making
married?"
jokes
I think
about that, but I
get
don't know if it's
attention
true or
on
not.
that. Like
Like I guess for me, up until I had almost forgot about the spooning comment. That was that year that they had Nicki Minaj come on the reunion.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Season
up
6.
until that, I will be very honest. I was not very comfortable with the narrative that people are putting out because they are close and they're very trashy people or whatever. Let's automatically say that they're sleeping together. Like I didn't
Yeah.
like that.
it was
I
the
don't.
best thing.
Honestly, I don't like stuff like that. You can't just
I don't
assign
like it
stuff to
either.
people. That's not cute.
No,
I don't.
But when once the spooning was said, you right about that. I stand corrected. Once you said spooning, I'm like, yes, she did say that.
And that's when because right after Robin said that, that's when people started speculating that they were in a relationship.
No, it was
Because
no,
if
it was not
It
after
was
that.
before that.
Absolutely not. It was way before that, which is, I think, why Nikki asked them that question because that had been out there floating in the ether for a long time.
I'm gonna defend
That was
Giselle
not
here.
a new rumor or allegation. That thing was antiquated. It had miles on it.
I'm gonna defend Giselle. She has never shown interest in a Ric Flair lookalike, so that's how Giselle draws the line.
that is true. So maybe it's a
Giselle has
one-sided crush from Robin's
talked
side.
about.
Maybe Robin has a crush on Giselle, and Giselle's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not saying like Robert is trying to like add body count. I'm saying like she just has an innocent crush on Giselle. Like I don't know, like a fangirl crush. I don't know what it is, but it's something.
I
I
think it
don't
is a
I don't
fangirl
know.
crush.
I don't know. I don't even want to venture into that. Like I'm
Yeah,
uncomfortable with
let's
the line
not.
of this conversation. Like I don't know nothing about these women. I know that they said spooning. I know at that point I had to pump the brakes because I was like, okay, so
This
this is what we're doing. But I didn't really know how else to take that. Like how else do we take that?
I didn't see it. I didn't really see it, to be honest. I heard, yeah, but I really didn't. To be honest, it only clicked for me when they came out of their mouth with the bad stuff. I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah, sleeping on the same bed. I was like, okay, now we're acting like middle schoolers. Ooh, you guys slept on the same bed. I was
we
like, if
sure
y'all don't
are.
grow up.
We sure are."
I was like, if y'all don't grow up and get off my television with this juvenile bull crap.
Oh no,
But
no,
when that heifer said spooning, I was done. I said,
No,
okay, let me out.
Seanitra, let me tell you this: the ignorance that they display on TV, like when it's time to be petty, it is time to be middle school. It is time to be like, ooh, because that's exactly what they do to everybody else.
But I don't
Yes.
see that, and that's where I differ because just because you're, not you, but just because people like them behave that way, I'm not going to reciprocate by acting like I lost 200 brain cells at the same time. My
True.
way of responding to you is not to show you that I'm just as remedial as you are, because I swear I'm not. Like I stay at my same level regardless. If you're slow, that's your problem. I'm not gonna behave
Mhm.
like I'm slow just because you are. Like
You just
I'm
have
gonna
a
sit
big.
over there and look at you like you're eating glue and paste and picking your nose. Like I'm not gonna jump down there with you. Like no way in hell.
No, me for me,
Uh,
watching the show is my level of, oh my gosh, like I must be petty because why would I consume this garbage? So then sometimes I'm
see,
like, that's, and then
I
some
don't know. For me, it's like I can be petty without being juvenile. Like I think there's and maybe it's just because I'm old. And y'all know I'm the first to admit that I am a geezer and I'm a
no,
self-proclaimed proud.
like
But no, I am. I'm a self-proclaimed and proud geezer. Like I don't even hide the fact that I be over here geezering. Okay, it's a blessing to be a geezer. If you knew how many of
um,
my
for me,
classmates were, if you knew how many of my classmates was already dead, you'd understand why I'm proud to be a whole geezer.
for
Okay.
me, I can be
So
sweet.
I guess as one of the geezers that watches the show, because the porch is usually grown folks. We grown with grown kids. I don't when I see people my age and older, and not you, because I can hear by your voice you still young and fresh.
What?
You
look,
still you're
I'm
still
definitely
fresh.
young.
Yeah,
We all
definitely
young
fresh.
over here.
But I'm just saying, you still young and fresh. But when I see women my age and older, because I did see ladies my age and older engaging in, ooh, I was like, if y'all
Yeah.
don't get out of here with that, you got grandbabies that are too mature to be doing that. Why are
Um,
y'all
so
doing
like
that?
I can be mature, of course, and for the most
Yeah,
part,
you
like
can be,
yeah.
but what
So
I'm
when
saying
I
is
put
I
my
don't put
petty
any
hat on,
pressure.
no, when I put my petty hat on, let's buckle up. We're all riding this.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, absolutely not. But yeah, you can do that. That's why I said I'm not looking at anybody, you know, under a certain age like, oh, y'all is just so wrong. Shame, shame, shame. I'm doing no finger wagging. That's all I'm saying. I'm wagging no fingers at you. My issue was I saw because the audience, for the most part, it's a lot of women my age and older who watch these shows.
really?
And I saw, yes, and I saw a lot of ladies my age and some older engaging in middle school chicanery.
But we watch it.
Ooh, y'all slept on the same bed. When literally we all behave like women. That's what women our age do. We don't care nothing about that. Girl, we ain't got no
True.
shame whatsoever. We'll come in there. Girl, I'm trying to scrap up my belly. Help me close this thing. Like that's how we act with each other.
See, and
So
that's why
the
I
fact
love
that
Portia.
so the fact that I saw grown women and it's like, so you mean to tell me the influence of having these middle-aged adolescents on TV is that we're now influencing other women who are grandmamas to acting like children. This is a hot mess. It was tacky to me. I'm not gonna lie. It disturbed
Yes,
my spirit.
because it,
Because I'm like,
because
why must we be phony? We can call them out on every single thing and never resort to acting like we still in middle school.
I think out of everyone else in the cast, Candace, Wendy, and Ash are like the youngest.
Right.
Actually,
And Giselle over there, so old, already good and old. As much as she like to call Karen old, she's
I,
old and stiff.
I
Every time Giselle move and try to make a drastic movement, all I want to do is take WD-40 and spray it on that stiff hip.
but
But
like
she's
I
sitting up here acting like a child. She acts more immature than Ashley and Candace put together.
exactly.
look,
That's why
look,
And
people
it
and
is disgusting.
true.
no.
And then you got Karen, who's 60, looking like she in her 30s.
Okay.
I love it. I may not be
Child Karen putting all us to shame. I'm like, good God, heifer.
exactly. Do you
Look,
know
look,
Jasmine Guy?
Jazz from a different
Of
one.
course, we know Jasmine Guy,
Oh,
baby.
sorry.
Yes.
Her and
You
Karen
talking to
dating.
somebody who was grown when Jasmine was on Different World. Come on, baby. Come
Oh, I just
on.
heard, sorry, I just found out about Jasmine Guy from a movie on Max.
Lord, now wait a minute. Hold on, sugar. Hold on. And you had to, and you was over here shocked because I said I could tell you were young and fresh. You just found out about Jasmine Guy from.
I
Go
thought
ahead, baby.
because the movie was called A Wesley Christmas on HBO Max, I watched it and
Uh-huh.
I thought it was Janet Jackson because it was
Jesus. Hey.
Girl, even I know. And
no, but
I'm
if
younger than
you go
you.
search A Wesley Christmas and that picture looks like Janet Jackson because
No,
Janet
she don't.
back. But what I was
Jasmine Guy ain't never looked like Janet Jackson. Not back then, not now, not never. Jasmine Guy done sat up there and aged like spoiled milk and bruised bananas.
that's what I was about to say. I was like,
And
she's
she used to be pretty back when she was still
yeah.
playing Whitley Gilbert. Back when she played on Harlem Nights, she was still pretty.
Mhm.
Now Jasmine looked like Jasmine's mama.
I was so shocked. It put a picture of her
And
before
I'm gonna talk
Karen.
about it. Cause let me tell you something. I got drinking partners all around her age. Don't none of my girlfriends look like that. None of
Exactly. But Karen is looking bad and they're the same age. Karen is that girl. Like on the
them. But
show.
hold on. Now can we be fair to Jasmine Guy? Now Jasmine looks terrible. Jasmine Guy does look terrible. She do. And I can't lie for her. I like her. I do like Jasmine Guy. She's been very unproblematic over the years. Let me say that before I say what I'm about to say. Because I don't want nobody to think that I'm being mean to Jasmine Guy. Because I absolutely do love her. She has always been very, very unproblematic. Okay. But in reality, you cannot compare Jasmine Guy to a Karen Huger because Karen Huger is black. Jasmine Guy is biracial. No, I'm telling the truth. And if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it.
I thought she was actually, to be very honest, like being transparent, like I found out about her 2 days ago. So take that with as much salt and I'll take the beating with it. But I just thought she was half black. I don't know. Like
But Karen is black, Jasmine Guy is biracial. That's a difference.
but Karen is bad. Karen looks
But Karen is black. It doesn't matter how light complected a black woman is, that is still a black woman. We do not age like everybody else.
Karen
Look,
is
she black with a Q.
No, she black with a BLACK. We not
And
coming with none of that colorist Eva Marcel bullcrap. Excuse me, Eva Pickford. I don't even know where she picked up the Marcel from. But we not
that
coming with
was
none of
against
that. We're
Shamari.
we're absolutely not on this porch. We're not quoting a heifer that referred to black women as nappy heads. No, we're not.
Oh yes.
I
Yes,
Not
have
yes.
ever. Not
Housewives.
on your life.
I haven't watched Housewives in a long
I
time.
have
But what I was
I
like
apologize.
my
Yeah,
mom,
we don't do
my
that, baby.
mom look, my mom turned 60 a few days ago. And so I'm looking at my mom. So I'm thinking like maybe Jasmine Guy just didn't have any work done, but even my mom looks way better than her. And my mom's not a celebrity. She's just an
She
average.
don't have to be a celebrity. Is your mama not black?
My mama is 100% black and black.
So again, what I'm saying is that's not fair to try to compare Jasmine Guy to fully black women. Like, let's be fair.
I
Let's
didn't know she wasn't fully black till
I
like
know, baby. I'm just
I
saying, like,
saw her in
yeah.
a black. No, I saw her in a black movie, a Wesley Chris. When once you see the picture, the front of the movie, you'll understand. It's a Wesley Christmas, and in that one photo, she was smiling just like Janet. And I was like, "Oh, Janet's in the movie." And then I watched it, and I was like, "Who the hell is this?" And that's when I went down the rabbit hole, and I
Now
found.
I'm about to pull up this thing because I'm telling you, Jasmine Guy now day of the week ain't never looked nothing like Janet Jackson.
Go on HBO Max in the app.
Okay. It's on BET. It's a BET original movie. I'm
Mhm.
looking at the poster. She looks nothing like Janet.
To me,
Not the nose, not the forehead, not the face shape. not the eyes, not the chin, not the nothing.
I
Not the nothing. Janet still looked like she looked back in the day. Just a little bit of age done brush across her.
I
This
know
lady don't look nothing like Janet
I
on this
know
poster.
know Janet from back in the day. What I had in mind was Janet. So I was watching Tyler Perry movies as well. So
Okay.
right. So like the poster for the movie that I had just seen with Janet was one of Tyler Perry movies. I can't remember which one. And then the
Uh-huh.
came up was this Jasmine. What I didn't know it was Jasmine Guy. I thought it was Janet Jackson again, and because she had her hair slicked back, both of them had their
Oh,
hair.
maybe it was the hair that fooled you.
Yeah, I thought I saw the hair slicked back. I just watched Janet and Tyler, so let me go watch her again in this movie, and it wasn't her. And
Yeah, no, baby.
blah blah blah. But no, I'm saying that to talk about Karen, how bad Karen is that girl. Like on Potomac, I don't understand. Like,
And our apologies to Jasmine Guy girl. We love you. You always been an unproblematic queen, baby. You a good actress. She used to be a dancer. Like she is the bomb.com. We love you, girl. And we wish you had stayed with Dwayne Wade. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Not
no,
Dwayne Wade, Dwayne Wayne, back in the,
the different.
back in the different world days. Yes.
I may or may not watch that. I don't know. I've got so many things to watch, but
Um,
but
yes, I need you to do better.
but on but on Potomac, like Karen, I don't even know this woman, and I'm so proud of the way she evolved from the first season all the way until now. And then when you look at every single person, they evolve in different stages except for, certain person that calls
Mm.
everyone old, like, and I'm talking about Giselle. She always throws rocks at Karen, but like, Karen to me carries the show. Like Karen may not be bringing a storyline, but just her presence is pretty engaging, and it's really nice to see. Just
Well, every one of those ensemble casts, you need an anchor, and I feel like Karen is very much the anchor to that show.
exact,
Giselle could never be the anchor because she's too childish and she's always trying to like divide the crew. Karen
Yep.
is the anchor to that show because she can literally bring those girls all in one spot. So that's what makes her the anchor to that show. Very matriarchal,
that
and I mean that in the most respectful way because I love Miss Hugo, but Giselle just has no grace, no class. And unfortunately, it's like she has arrested development, and I don't mean that in a nasty way. It's like she stopped developing somewhere in the 90s where she could be, an it girl and benefit from the colorism that was all the rage at the time. And she has not matured past that point, unfortunately.
Yep. But I gotta get some sleep because it's like almost one
I
o'clock
was
here.
just about to say, all y'all about to go to bed. We done been on here for 3.5 hours. Y'all know what? Every time Potomac come on, y'all keep me on here running my mouth for 3.5, 4, 5 hours. We leaving tonight. Y'all got any final thoughts for the people? I love me some S, honey. S keep me talking.
oh
I love me some S. This my baby. Listen, S, if I don't never tell you again, I love you so much.
oh yeah,
Honey,
don't take me seriously, anyone, because I
girl,
come.
I ain't threatening
I
you.
so like my final thoughts are there are just some place things that I need to hear first, and like I do enjoy your reviews of Potomac because I'm not really paying as much attention, but I do like your opinion on it.
Well, Seanitra be keeping it real.
I know I feel about Seanitra the way I feel about Roland Martin. It's just some news I need to hear from Roland Martin first.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
like when the
done.
Alabama stuff happened, I didn't care about nobody's opinion, but Roland Martin had to break that news down to me first. That
Oh my God.
that's
See,
how
and me, I had to hear from Sister Vicky Dillard. I couldn't do Roland because Roland had the nerve to disrespect our good sis Vicky Dillard. Shout out to Vicky Dillard TV and the Black Grassroots Media,
I
be
didn't.
one all day. But yeah, I
Yep.
had to hear from Vicky first. So I understand what you mean, but on the real, I like your opinions. I like to hear different thought processes. I hate to hear echo chamber. Even if you tell me something crazy like Jasmine Guy looked like Janet Jackson, I love it. That keeps me going. Y'all don't know that kind of stuff
Y'all better
really
keep
does
my
keep me
secret.
going.
Y'all better
I ain't
keep
gonna
my
tell nobody else. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. I promise.
yeah. All right, bye guys.
Bye, love. Any final thoughts, gossip news?
I need Nneka to do. I need Nneka to do better. She needs to do a whole lot better.
Yes, yes. NECA needs to go away.
Nneka needs to go back to say
She
that.
needs to go back to Beloit, Wisconsin, and see if she can
Yes,
find out, where her nephew at. That's where I need her to go.
yes. But I was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well, all right, my love. I appreciate you. Everybody else in the chat, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. So listen, listen, listen. If by some chance that y'all didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on the way out, okay? Hit your notification bell. Make sure you click all so you'll know every time we go live over here on this good channel. Also, please, please, please remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Okay, and if you want to join channel membership, there is a join button beneath the video and a membership link in the description box. I want to thank all of y'all for being here. This has been so much fun. I miss being able to stay up in here late night with y'all talking and chewing the fat and shooting the breeze. Y'all have been awesome. Y'all have been all that. Okay, make sure you share the video in case somebody else likes to review the show and talk about all this good stuff. Because I want to hear from all of you. If you're watching us on a replay, please feel free to put your like number in the chat. I love to see it. I respond. If I don't get a chance to respond, I will at least like your comment. I love my replay squad. Shout out to y'all. So look, enjoy the rest of your night. As I get the gossip, I will bring it to you. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Living nothing happen. And remember, on top of me telling you good night, say your prayers, sweet dreams. Remember, y'all, God loves you. I love you. And ain't nothing, and I do mean nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Bye.